Hey, this is Catherine from Flock of Nerds, and you're listening to The Cartridge Club.
Weekly. That's a beautiful weekly. No gain on that. No gain on that.
None. All right, so
nothing to gain. All right, that's number 3.
The show has officially begun. 7:06.
All right.
Mark, don't take your eyes off the chat. It is Mega Weekly episode. So for those of you who are listening, we missed last week.
Yeah, it was rough.
This is the only time my brother and I get together and hang out because
for the most
he
part,
made the terrible decision to have children. And so we never see each other anymore. So we went a whole 2 weeks really without seeing each other.
It was rough.
The only interaction we had was through Twitter, some text messages, and one late night visit to his home where I threw rocks at his window.
You did. I
didn't actually throw rocks. I just texted the word rock at window.
Yeah, and it worked.
Because I didn't want to break the window.
And I was like,
worried.
what was that?
Yeah.
Did you hear something?
So now we're here, and so we had a bunch of news and updates and announcements and everything that we were going to talk about last week.
Yes, but...
And unfortunately, because I had contracted the plague at work,
it happens.
We were unable to do so. So we're going to do it today live with you guys. There's a ton of you watching. This is fantastic. Hopefully you're not too bored.
Can't stop looking at the chat.
And you can't stop reading the chat. At some point, you're going to have to talk to me. You're going to have to engage.
Talking. All right.
This isn't STC where you just stare at your phone and I try and rake comments out of you.
Don't worry about it.
I feel Bill's pain.
Be all right. Don't even worry about it.
So, Mark, what is the Cartridge Club?
All right. Oh, I'm freezing up. Cartridge Club. It's a club where we celebrate video games. You know?
Yeah. It's a community of content creators, gamers, enthusiasts, collectors, game cleaners, game sellers, game buyers, game hiders, game barriers.
Blue Amp is amazing, by the way.
Blue Amp is really good. And we all get together online at the forums at www.cartridgeclub.org. Mm-hmm. We jump over to YouTube. We watch people's videos. We bolts are falling out of this table.
What's that?
A lot of expensive equipment here.
That's all right. Just keep rolling. We're good. We're live.
And we all hang out together and we have a good time.
Yes, that is the Cartridge Club.
That is the Cartridge Club. So what? So we called this show Cartridge Club Weekly. What is Cartridge Club Weekly?
That's the question I'm used to getting. It's where we go over what happened this week in the Cartridge Club, whether it be from video game related news or just what other club members have been doing. That's sort of what we cover.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so let's get started with the news.
Is there any way for club members to interact with us maybe during the show?
Well, we're live right now.
Some way. I mean, we are live right now on Twitch with a ton of people. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe through Twitter, some way to ask us questions. Do we also answer questions? Because you left that out.
We do answer questions.
I mean, we only have 3 segments, and you only mentioned 2 of them.
Can't stop looking at this.
Stop reading the chat.
All right, let's go. Let's just go. We're going to get to answers later. People will hear that they can ask questions.
All right, cool. So let's open up with some gaming news. What has happened in the gaming world in the last 2 weeks?
Oh, yeah. Before we get into that, I wanted to say that I watched Stranger Things 2. You know how we usually say, like, one thing we've been doing? Stranger Things 2.
It was a good episode.
Yeah. Episode.
Yeah, I've watched. There's only one, right?
Stranger Things, no, like the whole season.
Yeah, I watched it too.
Yeah, it was so good, but I want to talk about something, but I just realized it's going to come up later, so let's move on and get into the news. Now, I was worried that covering the news this week for last week would suck, but I think it's actually better because now we get to see what happened from it, you know, the results and the reactions from the news from last week. So,
yeah.
Let's do it.
All right.
Sony financial reports that they discussed during Paris Games Week, which we will get more into in a second. They let out that more than half of their sales have come from the Sony store.
That's crazy.
The online eShop, Sony eShop, whatever it's called.
Like the number, usually the top selling items on Amazon, for the top selling video game related items on Amazon are almost always Sony store vouchers.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's very rare that an actual game jumps into the top 5.
That blows my mind. You know what I mean? Like, it was kind of scary as a guy who...
All those people renting games.
All I do is... Exactly.
Sony's the biggest video game rental store available.
It's true. It blows my mind. As somebody who only buys physical, like that blows my mind. And it makes me a little worried. But I was kind of shocked when I read that. I'm going to pretend it didn't happen, and we're going to move on.
Definitely. Bury your head right in that sand. It's the best way to deal with your problems.
Yes, I agree completely. Speaking of sales... Mario Odyssey came out. We were going to discuss it last week.
We did. Super Mario Odyssey came out.
Yeah, well, boom. Did you guys hear?
Ago.
Did you guys hear? It already has sold more than 2 million copies, and this was big news last week.
Wow.
So I don't know what it's up to now, but That's crazy.
That's like a 50% attach rate or something, isn't it? How many Switches have been sold? How many? We don't know.
No, that's
want to make a number up.
6.4, I think.
Wow, so it's a
like a
40% attach rate for Super Mario Odyssey.
I did make that number up.
Yeah.
But yeah, crazy. 2 million sales already. I'm blown away by that. I guess I shouldn't be because wasn't the attach rate for Zelda like 101% or something?
Yeah. So you own Super Mario Odyssey.
I do. I have not played very much of it because I'm playing with Megan, my significant other, my better half.
Right.
And so it's hard enough for me to get time, but for both of us to get time at the same time to play, it's rough.
It's too bad there wasn't some way to not have something in your life that sucks all of your time and money away.
Well, you mean video games?
Yeah.
But yeah, do you have Odyssey? Did you buy it? Stop reading the chat.
I'm not reading the chat.
You're
no,
totally reading the chat.
I do not have Mario Odyssey. I'm not a huge fan of the Mario games. Now, Seiji did mention on Bonus Barrel, which we're going to talk about because we have like 7 episodes of every podcast.
I know.
We got.
How long is this going to be? A long episode?
I'm planning for this to be a longer than normal episode.
Okay.
It's a mega episode. It has to be bigger.
Right.
It's bigger. It's better. We can use it to fight giant monsters.
It's mega.
It is mega.
All right.
You would be the Red Ranger. I'm clearly the White Ranger.
Yeah. Wait. Why am I Red Ranger?
Because you're wearing a red shirt.
Ironically, my Shep is the Pink Ranger. I went hot pink. Nobody ever picks hot pink, I'm sure, for Fen Shep.
Yeah.
And she's Renegade. I'm spoiling things for the podcast. All right, let's move on.
We're doing news. We're all over the place.
News. Let's do it. Breath of the Wild getting a new collector's edition for Black Friday. Did you hear about this?
Yeah.
What do you think of that? You think they're triple dipping or?
Well, I think they're really just selling a book. with like sales must have slowed down in Breath of the Wild. Now they're probably planning on getting a lot of Switch sales this holiday.
Yeah, for sure.
And this is a sort of a way to entice those people to get those Switch sales. Stop reading that chat. But I think it should have come with the DLC.
The book?
No, the game. They're selling this game and a book as a new collector's edition, but it should have been like your definitive edition of Horizon Zero Dawn. Horizon Zero Dawn's coming out this December with a definitive edition that gives you all of the DLC. This version of Zelda Breath of the Wild Explorers Edition or whatever it's called should come with. I guess should come with it. Yeah,
the DLC,
the ED version.
It should come with the
Breath of the Wild ED.
Should come with the DLC. That's what you're saying.
I think it should come. You charge a full price for this game that's been out for 8 months.
It's still selling as a brand new game.
It is a good. Yeah, I'm just saying that
next year they should do what you said.
I don't yet own this game on the Switch. Okay. This has not pushed me to grab this game on the Switch.
I don't own it on the Switch either. I don't own it at all. Isn't that great? I beat it.
Oh yeah.
I permanently borrowed it from you.
So I mean, there are guys I know that are collectors that already own the 3 collector's editions that currently exist.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be a triple quadruple dip.
Yeah.
For some people.
Yeah.
Like I said, 101, 104% attach rate.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to get. What do you think of the 2DS
with Ocarina of Time 3D?
Right.
You need to have that cheap item.
Yeah. What is it? $80? It's not expensive.
$80. The game itself launched, I think it was like $40 or $50. So you're getting a 2DS for $30.
Yeah.
It's an easy gift to throw. Now this is almost a direct quote from Jose Otero at NBC. Bill, stick around. I want to talk to you.
He's not going anywhere.
And
what
like
Jose
he said,
say?
This is a great item for a parent to grab for their kid, and then their kid becomes a lifelong Nintendo fan, and Nintendo can continue milking that family for money.
Somebody had posted 2000, I think it was 13 Black Friday, and it was 3DS with that Ocarina time, and now it's 2DS with that Ocarina. It's
crazy.
Same Ocarina. I love it.
See more of those Facebook memes. What year is it?
Yeah, exactly. All right, so Owlboy and the Wonder Boy getting physical edition. Now, Wonder Boy...
And Cuphead.
And... What? Hold on. I didn't get to that yet. This is 2 weeks old.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Owlboy and Wonder Boy and both getting physical. And I'm pretty sure they're both coming to Switch, which is pretty cool.
So if you're a person who only buys physical games, and I respect that, you have your reasons, then go for it.
Renting.
You need to buy Wonder Boy 3, the Dragon's Trap remake by Lizard Cube. It is fantastic.
Don't worry about that. I will be. And you know what's funny?
It's a must. Everybody must play. It's a must-play game. This is... Eric Mighty Q Dog is a friend of ours, and he's a big fan of this game. And I having played this game, I'm right on board with him. This is one of the most entertaining games you can get right now in current day.
That good?
That good.
You're talking about Wonder Boy.
Wonder Boy 3, the Dragon's Trap.
Super Master System?
Super.
I'm so sorry,
That's
Eric.
the one.
Sega Master System.
No, that's the one. The Super Master System. Yep. Yeah, he is unsubscribing right now.
Oh man, the Super Master System would have been awesome. All right. Anyway, what were you saying about Cuphead?
Cuphead's getting a physical release. Physical releases are coming for everything.
Is that confirmed?
Yeah, I'm going to say it is. I keep seeing people say that it's
Oh,
happening.
you're talking about the ESRB thing that came up?
I don't know.
So this new ESRB thing came up. It was a
I saw somebody holding a physical game cartridge on a picture today that was the Cuphead game.
Well, I take it all back. I didn't know that.
Game case.
That might not be anything. Did it show the disc?
No, it was just the case.
Because I'm pretty sure you can get a case with like a code in it.
Well, it's physical.
No, it isn't.
It's just as physical as.
No, you can't give it to somebody.
How do you know there's any case? How do you know there's anything in those cases right now?
How do you know if somebody
It's Schrodinger's game.
A fake label.
As long as that case is closed, that's a physical game.
If you print a new label out and put it on and nobody knows, like, who loses? Who loses, really? All right. Moving on. We have so much to cover. Okay, that's cool, though. If Cuphead's actually getting physical, I'm very excited. You think it'll ever get ported? Ever? Maybe?
To an NES? Or to...
Wow.
Maybe. To
maybe.
Switch? No,
not even Switch. I'm talking PS4
anything.
or Switch. A system I own, I mean.
If it was going to get ported, I would say the Switch because Nintendo and Microsoft seem to have a decent working relationship. I don't see it going to Sony.
Anyway, I'd be happy with it anyway.
You have a Switch. You could be happy with it there. And I think it works on a Switch.
No, I'd be very happy with it. I just don't think it would be on the Switch. But it would be great if it was. StarCraft 2, going free to play.
Yeah. How crazy is that?
That is insane.
So we talked about making StarCraft a club game. Because the original StarCraft is free to play.
Yes.
With an HD graphical release that came along you could buy for $15.
Yes.
StarCraft 2, Wings of Legacy, or I don't know what subtitle.
Wings of Justice?
That's it.
I made that up. I mean, that might be it.
Yeah, Legs of Honor is now free to play. If you already own that, you get the first expansion pack.
Oh,
free to play.
That's what's up.
So
the expansion packs aren't free to play.
No.
All right, that's how they're getting the money.
But apparently there is a ton of story content in StarCraft 2. I might grab StarCraft 2 now.
It's free. It's not really grabbing
free.
it. It's just I might download it.
Yeah, that's right. I already own it.
Yeah, you do own it. We all own it at the moment.
So I don't know. I think that's great. I think it's goodwill. There was a lot of stuff at BlizzCon this year that I got pretty excited about. That was one of them. Just one more way to play games. I like RTSs.
What else got you excited at BlizzCon there? Because we might as well talk about it right now.
Classic Warcraft.
Classic Warcraft?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Vanilla WoW. Yeah. I gotcha. Before you move on, Bill was asking a question about your Echo.
Yes, it should be.
All right.
It looks like it is from here, Bill.
I trust in Bill. But yeah, so you're going to go back? You're going to play WoW? You're going to play WoW now that it's vanilla? We've always talked about how we want vanilla WoW. I'm never going to go back. It destroyed my life.
I don't know. I want to. Yeah. If I was going to, it would be for this.
Mm-hmm.
I am very excited about it. And now you got me reading this stuff, reading about mics and echoes. Yeah, he is on the bum setting, Bill, and I don't know why I'm coming through both. Probably because I'm loud and I'm excited. And
it doesn't matter. Let's just move on.
I'm sorry.
The edited one will be fine.
We'll just talk quieter. That way,
I'm not talking quiet.
I'll talk quieter.
Just move on.
So I'm really excited about Classic WoW.
Yeah.
Because Warcraft has changed over the years so much.
Bill's laughing at you.
So much. Burning Crusade came out and they took away 40-man raids and went to 25-man raids.
It lost me at Burning Man.
Ice Crown came out and they added 10-man raids. And from there, it's just changed over and over and over through the years.
Easy mode.
Now you're at the point you don't even have to raid. You just create a character and you get full tier epic gear.
Listen to yourself. You know what you sound like?
What?
The judgmentalist.
Judgmental, yeah. He is a jerk, though. I'm not being a jerk. I'm not judging.
Oh, the new WoW's too easy. There's no challenge.
That's not what I'm saying.
That's cheating. That's playing on cheat mode. I love it. But anyway, Vanilla WoW is where it's at.
Yeah, it is. So I'm excited for that. Also, they announced a new expansion for WoW that I just hammered on all the expansions.
Sure did.
But it looked so good. I thought it was a movie when I first started watching it.
If
I
it
kept
was a
waiting
movie.
because they had King Anduin there with his armor, and I kept hoping he would take his helmet off, and it would actually be that underwear model from Vikings that Colleen loves, Ragnar.
I don't know what you're saying.
I don't know his real name.
I don't know any of these people.
The guy that was in the Warcraft movie. I kept hoping that this was going to be.
I've not seen the Warcraft movie.
Oh, it's really good.
Yeah, I believe you.
I mean, it did really poorly here in North America, but it was huge in China.
Yeah, it was very big in China.
Billion Chinamen can't be wrong.
Yeah, that is true. China.
Yeah.
Is there going to be a Warcraft 2 movie?
I don't know. But, yeah, so that looked good.
What else at BlizzCon got you excited?
There was a new Overwatch character announced.
What? No, there
Moira.
was not.
Yeah. So
Okay,
I just watched you delete it off your phone.
What does she do?
She
Stop looking at my notes.
She damages and heals with 2 different abilities, and then her ultimate is to damage and heal at the same time. She can pretty much just spray a beam through people.
Sounds counterproductive.
Yeah, but she looks like Kefka. She has a skin that looks like Kefka.
That's pretty cool. Is that on purpose?
No, I don't know. It's probably an homage.
I like homage. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Did you hear about Runic shutting down?
Yeah.
It's pretty sad.
What are we flying through this news? There's not even a discussion here.
Oh, you want to keep talking about Overwatch?
No, I'm good now.
I have nothing to input.
Okay, yep.
Are you going to use the new
BlizzCon,
character?
yay.
Are you going to use the new Overwatch character?
I'll try her out for sure.
Yeah. Who's your favorite character?
Reinhardt.
That's what I thought.
I'll be your shield.
I know you would. Runic shuts down. They made Torchlight. Did you like Torchlight? I like Torchlight.
I hadn't played it. That's a CRPG, correct?
It's a Diablo clone.
Oh, so not a CRPG.
No.
Not even close.
No.
A lot of quick time events in that?
I don't mean to disservice it by saying Diablo clone. It's just, it's a game like Diablo.
Right. No, I didn't. I haven't played it. I know some people are upset about it.
Yeah.
I don't know why game in this. It seems like this is the year of gaming. Like this is a renaissance of game development. I don't understand how these studios are closing.
Yeah. Well, if you're not microtransactioning, I guess. I don't know. Nintendo manages to do it. I don't know. Let's move on. Let's talk about the GameStop Power Pass. Do you know about this thing? This program?
Yeah. So you can. It's $60. What is it? $60
every 6 months. Yeah.
And you can rent as many games as you want.
Yep. Keep them for as long as you want.
Keep them for as long as you want, and at the end you get a used game.
The last game that you had out. Yeah.
Here's the question: is there a value cap? Do we know?
No value cap. Nothing.
Can I do it every day?
Every single day, unlimited.
Unlimited.
Yeah, and you can keep it for as long as you want. You could go in there and buy a $60 used game and then have it forever.
Did we get this from our roaming reporter, Julian Vega, the Latin legend?
I'm not sure who submitted it. A lot of people have been talking about it though.
It's a cool idea. It tells me that GameStop is probably terrified that they're going to become obsolete.
I mean, that makes sense. I haven't heard about it coming here though.
No, we're never gonna get that, and it would be $80.
Yeah, you're right. That defeats a bit of it, a lot of it actually.
Yeah, and I mean, I wouldn't be able to get. I don't know how many games it wouldn't be feasible for me. I could see how this would be great for the summertime. Kids on summer break or teachers taking the summer off.
Yeah.
A little vacation and play some games and get to keep one at the end. But you got to make sure you see now is GameStop kind of start getting shady, and then they're gonna not put all of their high value games out on the shelves, maybe, or like.
No,
because they've essentially got used copies of games the day after they come out in some cases.
Yeah, but they're going to sell that later anyway, and they already got your $60.
Like I could go in and buy a brand new game and return it the next day, get my full money back because they have like a certain amount of period.
Yeah,
they now have to put that game on the shelf as used, and now if I've already bought my $80 thing, I can go rent it and play it for free.
But they've got your $60. It's like you're buying the game for $60.
Oh, yeah, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, which is all profit for them. They don't make anything off of that first sale. You know what I'm saying? Like, they know what they're doing.
I suppose I don't have a business degree.
Yeah, you can trust in them. They know what they're doing. But the problem is we don't have GameStop. We have EB Games, and I don't know if they would adopt this or not. I hope they do, but...
You do?
Oh, my God. I would be all over this in a heartbeat. Look at it this way. I beat Zelda.
You won't...
I did this from you. This is how I did it to Zelda with you. You know what I mean? Splatoon. I have it still, but it's yours in my mind. It would have been the same thing. I'm done with it pretty much. I don't play it anymore. I would now have returned it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then at the end, you get a used game. So it's like I bought a $60 game, but I got several others in between that I rented. It's bringing back renting.
I don't know. It's like you paid $60 for that game at the end, and then just got a bunch of
free
Xbox
ones.
games with gold.
If you look at it that way, yeah, that's exactly what it is. Except
GameStop games with gold.
Except you get to pick it. You get to pick the game.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
And it's not just one game a month. It's whatever game, however many you want a month.
That's true.
It's an amazing service. I can't believe they're doing it.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
What happens when I go in there to buy a used game and there's none on the shelf because they've all been rented?
And then you buy new, I guess.
How can they make money from that?
Because they've already sold all their used ones with the $60 service. And probably yours, because you've already paid the $60. You're just not getting the game you want now.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
It's genius.
I mean, again, I haven't gotten a business degree in the time we've started this discussion, so still.
All right. Game. It's 280 characters. Twitter. It's big news.
Are we really talking about 280 characters on Twitter?
Is that not news still? We are way behind here.
Yeah, all right. Twitter.
Have you used it? Have you gone over yet?
Oh, yeah, I'm certain I have.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I have yet. Maybe I have. I did tweet about Musty's nipples or something earlier.
I started adding a bunch of adjectives in my tweets now. I write out a 140-character tweet, and then I add in, like, extremely and excited and mega. I use mega a lot this
Mega.
week.
That's why this is Mega Weekly. That
is
makes sense.
why, yeah. Because it was 140 characters was live tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
CC Weekly with Cartridge Bros P2.
And then
but because there's 280 characters, it was... don't miss your chance to get this exciting super mega
everything's
CC Weekly
clickbait.
with my lovely brother P2.
Lovely, thank you.
He's 6 foot.
No, I appreciate it. He's 6 foot. You'll know which one he is. All right. Other than Paris Games Week, which I'm sure we're going to cover, that's all I have. What else do you have?
I got Telltale.
Hold on. Do you have like an IGN app that saves the articles you want?
Yeah.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, I built it myself.
Did you?
Nope.
Move on.
Telltale laid off 25% of their staff.
They did?
Yeah.
Ouch.
And then said, don't worry, this won't affect the number of games we've already announced that are coming out.
Ouch. That's
So-
harsh. I didn't know about that.
I'm like, does this mean they're in trouble? You don't lay off staff because you're doing well, right? That's not a thing people do. Like, hey, we had a great year this year, Ted. Let's lay off a quarter of our staff.
Yeah, I don't know.
Christmas.
Yeah, maybe they got... I don't know. I don't know what to say.
That sucked. Like
Maybe they realized we've been using the same engine this whole time. Why do we have all these people laying around?
Maybe they should have not bought 85 licenses and said, people really like The Walking Dead. Let's make everything that.
Yeah, that's sad. I didn't know.
It sucks. I hope these guys find jobs. I hope they land on their feet. But I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah, that's kind of sad.
Yeah. Overwatch World Cup happened at BlizzCon. I can't believe you didn't talk about this. I know you're not excited about Overwatch or BlizzCon
But I'm
or
excited for
Blizzard,
you.
but you should be excited about the country, you piece of subhuman trash.
Wait, the Canada played?
Canada.
We won?
Went to the finals.
What?
We played
Congratulations, Canada.
South Korea.
Oh, game over.
We won.
What?
A game.
No.
They won.
Okay.
They won the overall title.
We're not beating South Korea.
No, but we won a game. So we did really well.
Good for us.
One of the guys used Torbjorn in Numbani, which is...
Those are names.
This is... It's not a technique you would normally do, but our good friend Miles from Flock of Nerds loves using Torbjorn. Doesn't want to get his beard cut in the litter box.
Then
which
I believe it.
I'm sure you heard him say when you listened to the Overwatch podcast that we recorded, because you listen to all of our podcasts.
It was a good one. That was one of my favorites.
And anyway, this sort of just justified every time he plays Torbjorn, and people online are like, "What are you doing playing Torbjorn?"
Yeah.
That's how PlayStation people sound, right? You can't play Torbjorn.
That's what I hear when I play on mute. Yeah.
You can't use him.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So
totally justified.
So Torbjorn is popular now.
Yeah.
Why is his name so funny? Torbjorn.
He's Sweden. He's
like,
not Sweden.
It's like
he's Swedish.
It's like Bjorn.
Yeah.
Torbjorn.
It's Torbjorn.
Like Bjork. But
Yeah, just like Bjork, but with an N. And he's a small dwarf instead of a weird singer.
Isn't she Icelandish?
I don't know what she
Let's
is.
just move on.
I got one more-
Congratulations, South Korea.
I got one more. Yeah, congratulations, South Korea. And Mangachu. Congratulations, Mangachu. I got one more news story. Try not to judge me too hard on the quality of this one.
I will not.
Judgmentalist.
Go.
EA bought Respawn.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the company that makes Titanfall 2.
I thought EA already owned
So they bought it, and then it instantly announced there will be another Titanfall game.
Oh, well, that's good, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
And
anytime EA swallows somebody up, it's always a little scary.
Yeah, always, yeah. But they bought them and then announced it. They didn't buy them and say they're closed. They bought them and announced a game, so we know they're around for at least 2 years.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you know.
And we're getting Titanfall 3. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. That's good. That's, That's somewhat good, somewhat scary news. And we should probably apologize to Julian because we told him there would be Punch and Pie.
Is there not Punch and Pie? Did
Somebody
anybody
drop the ball on that? And let's just move on. And confirmed Bjork is Icelandic. So Paris Games Week.
Yeah.
Kind of big news.
Are we still talking about news? Because this show is only an hour long.
We are already
half an hour in.
A half hour in. Let's keep going.
You know why we're still talking about news?
Because it's Mega Weekly.
Mega Weekly.
It's getting mega. Everything's doubled.
Everything.
Double the Cartridge Club shirts.
That's right.
We never wear the same shirt.
Double the bros. Double the energy drinks.
Hey, what's that?
I got the big Red Bull. I got the big non-amp.
You can't buy that for $1.
Say the name when I got to blur that label.
Yeah, you better. We are losing sponsors, but that's okay. Let's move on.
All right.
Paris Games Week.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Ouray. Ouray.
Ouray.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
You mean Sky?
It's what Sky should have been, but instead Sky's on iPhones.
Right.
So
I'm sure.
So we have
I'm sure
Ouray.
this game that looks like it's ripped off by the guys that made Journey will be just as good as the guys that made Journey.
Maybe. I hope so. It looks pretty cool.
Clones are always as good.
Let me ask you a question. What do you think about Erica?
Erica.
Wow. The game.
You lost me.
It's like a live action kind of.
I was in a coma for 3 days last week.
But you make decisions on what the character
Oh,
does.
that looked good. I'm down for that.
All right, me too. I thought so too. Yeah.
It reminded me of Until Dawn.
Yeah, except
Erica.
yes, it's like Until Dawn, but it looks weirder because it's live action.
Yeah.
But I think it's cool. I think it's neat. I don't care. I
That's
like
right along the line with your controlling physical shoppers at Walmart from a VR headset.
it. That is not kind of what it was. You shop like through the VR headset, but you're not controlling people.
Yeah, because there's people in there with GoPros on their chests, and
No.
you log into them, you jack into them, and control them.
It would never work. People would be harassing people like crazy.
Not in the store at the same time.
I know. That's what people told me when I brought it. Anyway, Shadow of the Colossus. They showed some more Shadow of the Colossus. Looks amazing. I want it so bad.
I am going to need to hear how this controls. I need to know if the climbing is as janked up
I hope
as
it's
it
the
was.
exact same it was because it was perfect. I can't help that you weren't good at it. Let's move on.
Yeah. So I hope they have a difficulty setting on it.
Oh, is there a difficulty setting on it? No. Don't get me worked up. There won't be a difficulty setting on it. There will not. New God of War trailer. What did you think?
I'm in. I'm all in on God of War.
Yeah,
Looks
looks
great.
pretty good.
Looks great.
Moss. They showed some more Moss.
Yep.
I love it more than I did before.
I still don't want to wear a TV strapped to my face.
I want it permanently on my face, and I can't wait to hear. I didn't hear the new SEC came out today or yesterday, and
today.
I know Bill's going to talk about VR movies. Oh my God, VR movies is genius. I can't wait to hear if he loves it, and I'm sure he did. I'm completely biased. Let's move on. What is it? Goats of Sushi.
What are you saying?
Somebody in
is
this chat will know what I'm talking about.
Is this what you hear when I say names from Overwatch?
Goats?
Like, did you just say like the name of a game and all I heard was goats of sushi?
Yeah.
Like when I say Torbjorn, do you hear like cats of salad? Is that what's happening?
No.
Is my universal translator broken?
No. All right. Sucker Punch showed off their.
Oh yeah.
It's just a cinematic trailer. Actually, I think there might have been a little gameplay in there too. But anyway, Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, goats
Yeah.
of sushi.
Yeah. Josh from Frantic Thoughts said that. Anyway.
I saw that trailer. I liked it.
Yeah. Oh my God, it looks good.
I really liked it.
Why are you talking like that?
I'm just letting. I'm trying to quiet down so the echo doesn't happen.
Who cares about the echo?
I don't want Bill to be upset.
Bill will be fine. He's gonna listen to it later when it's edited.
Okay.
He probably won't do that.
I'm gonna edit it down to the regular runtime. I'm gonna take out all of the stuff in between.
Never happened.
All of the megas.
A lot of
It'll just be a regular weekly.
It's gonna be 140 character weekly.
140.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay, good. And so yeah, I'm also interested in that. It's probably the best thing they showed, and they didn't really show much of it. But other than Ouray Moss, and Ghosts of Tsushima, are the ones
They showed Spider-Man story trailer.
Okay, why don't you tell me about that? Because I didn't even watch it.
It made me. It took Spider-Man off of my list.
Of things to get?
Yeah.
What, you wrote?
Yeah.
Wow, why?
Yeah. I did not like it.
Wow, I didn't even watch it because I was never interested. But I know a lot of people
I
are.
want to talk about the conference as a whole, actually, or the presentation as a whole.
Well, there's one last thing I still have to talk about. And I feel like you're going to get to that right now.
No, go ahead.
But
Please do.
no, we'll save it for last.
No, you do.
Because I'm sure you're going to end with it because it's the last thing they showed.
I'm not gonna drop it on me.
Go.
No.
What did you think about the conference?
I wasn't super impressed.
Okay.
I'm getting so.
What were you expecting?
I don't know. I feel like Sony's in first place, and they're on cruise control.
Oh, why? Because you thought Microsoft's showing at Paris Games Week was better? Like, I'm confused. I'm not sure what you're saying.
I feel like Microsoft not coming out and doing anything like that
Was better?
Yeah, if you don't have anything to say, just keep your mouth shut.
This was VR E3.
It would. But I don't want VR.
I know, but this wasn't E3. They had their E3. They killed it. You know,
Right.
they didn't show any
killed
VR.
it is a loose term.
Nah, they didn't show any VR. This is their VR E3. There's so many VR games they showed here,
Yeah,
and Guacamole too.
yeah. So that's
Guacamole.
So I have no interest in VR.
I know, I get it.
So for me to sit and watch, and it opens with Goats of Sushi, which looks great. I saw that and I was like, we are starting off great.
Yeah, you're right.
And then from there it was like slip into Lull Town.
Yeah, I guess.
If you have to use the bathroom, this is the time to go.
No.
Until the last trailer.
Which was?
Last of Us.
Now let's talk about it.
Or was it DayZ? I'm not sure.
No,
or Days Gone.
It was Last of Us 2.
Or just Z. I'm not sure what game it was.
I see what you're doing. Yeah, let's talk about it because that was very controversial.
Yeah.
It's pretty extreme. Pretty extreme.
Yep.
Maybe a little uncomfortable.
Extreme violence. Buddy, if you haven't seen it, I guess I won't spoil it. But there's one scene where the guy clips her wings, so to speak.
Somebody gets their arm just broken with a hammer.
Okay, I guess we're gonna do spoilers.
You don't have to say who. You don't have to say who.
The woman says, "Clip her wings," and he hits, and I'm like, "Clip her wings? What's he gonna do?" And then he hits her in the arm with a hammer. I'm like, "Ah!"
Yeah, and it showed it. It was right in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to say too much about Last of Us because we do have a podcast coming up on it.
Yeah.
But I will say the trailer did nothing for me.
No.
If it were a movie,
I walked away from Sony's Gamescom conference still sold on God of War, excited for the potential of Goats of Sushi.
Yeah, Goats of Sushi.
I'm
going to
need to see what the gameplay is like. I'm going to need to know more about it before I jump in. If it turns into For Honor, I'm out. Because I was excited about that when I first saw it. But everything else they showed, I had no interest in, and I lost interest in things I was excited for because I felt the whole show for me was just
okay.
I didn't enjoy it. I found it boring. I found it dipped in too many places, and when they tried to amp it up and hammer it home, it missed the point completely for me.
Fair enough. I had a different experience, and you know why?
Because you want a VR headset.
Oh, okay. So excluding that, I did walk away wanting a VR headset even more.
You want Shadow of the Colossus?
But here's how I took the conference in. I went to the forum post that Dean made of all the clips, and I just went to the ones I wanted to see. It made the experience great.
See, that would have so that's a good thing to do. But if you're watching the conference, if you're giving this, like, I don't know what. I feel like Sony isn't trying. I get the impression that they're going, we're in first. We don't need to do handheld stuff. F that.
No,
They said we don't think there's a future in handheld gaming.
And for them, look at the Vita. The Vita flopped for them.
Yeah,
they're right.
Right. So
they can't do it.
They're back on their laurels. So like Xbox One X, that'll never catch the PS4.
How is it their laurels? That's what they're doing right.
All right.
Like, what should they do? They should do something they're not doing right?
I think that they should try.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean?
Okay, look at it this way. This is Paris Games Week. You know what's coming up in December? PSX, their show.
Right.
Now, if that flops, then you should say this. But until then,
if you're saving everything for PSX, why even show up at Paris Game Week?
Because they had to have a VR conference. That's what this was. And then they put in some other things, some other big things that people are excited about, and just showed more of it. But other than that, they showed their VR. Why you should get a VR.
Well, I'm not watching any more VR conferences.
That's fine.
I'm just going to go to the forums at www.cartridgeclub.org and read the in-depth analysis and watch the trailers that are handpicked by Dean Lasagna.
Yeah, Dean actually just said that he did that too. So
As it
cartridgeclub.org, everyone. That's what I did, and it worked out great. All right. I really want to play Moss.
Yeah.
What
else you got?
Is all I have for news.
That's news.
Boom. News is done.
Wow.
What? Oh, my God. Time to wrap up the show.
And that's the show, folks. We're just kidding. That's not the show.
No.
That's just 1/3 of the show.
He ain't lying.
We got more coming. We got about an hour's worth of Cartridge Club updates to talk about.
Now, what is the Cartridge Club update while I drink my amp?
The Cartridge Club update is the portion of the show where we talk about some of the podcasts, videos, and blogs that have been uploaded to the Cartridge Club website and some of the goings-on in the Cartridge Club community. We're going to talk about some announcements. We're going to let you know what the game of the month in both Cartridge Club Prime and Cartridge Club Portable. And we're going to do all that right after this word from our sponsors.
Is this when I talk about amp?
That's you, yeah. You're the sponsor guy.
This week's Cartridge Club update brought to you by Amp Energy Drink. The best energy drink you can buy for $1 at your local dollar store. People don't believe me that you can buy these for $1. But you can.
I am sorry with the coughing, folks.
Yeah, keep it up.
Still a little sick.
That's all right. Don't worry.
Plague.
As long as you're not dying.
I took notes.
I got notes too, but some announcements.
Now, so let's start with announcements. Okay.
All right. All right, what's the announcement?
First up, Cartridge Club Prime, November N7. This month is the 10-year anniversary of Mass Effect.
Is it really?
To celebrate,
nice.
Complete accident. We had no idea it was a 10-year anniversary. We are playing Mass Effect 2 for the Cartridge Club Prime game of the month. I'm deep in it. I'm playing a FemShep Paragon. I tried to go Renegade. Can't go Renegade.
Yeah, you tried. Don't say that. Don't say too much. You've already tweeted it, though, I guess. But, yeah.
And you are playing as a FemShep
I am Friendship Renegade, but I thought we were saving that for the podcast. Am I allowed to talk about it? Because I'm loving my experience at the moment.
I think we can give a teaser. We don't need to get into detail. I don't want to break down your thoughts on the genophage right now.
Okay.
But let's talk about... We're talking about that in the show.
Oh, it's coming up.
Oh, yeah.
It's coming.
But right now, just first impressions, Mass Effect 2. And do you think you needed to play Mass Effect 1?
Playing Mass Effect 1 made a big difference for how I'm enjoying Mass Effect 2. It was the same when we did Half-Life. I played through Half-Life 1 and then really appreciated the jump to Half-Life 2. I'm getting that same feeling this month. I also get a better appreciation for Garrus and some of the background, I guess I should say.
Right. But you don't think you would have gotten that same appreciation from just the digital comic on the PlayStation 3?
No. In fact, the digital comic, it felt flat to me. I got almost nothing from it. Yeah. In fact,
it was their VR show.
It was the VR show, and I'm a little surprised that they didn't include that with the game. You had to download that. Why didn't they include that with the game?
Because Mass Effect 2 originally came out on Xbox 360. It wasn't released on PS3. Came to PS3 a year later. Mass Effect 1 was never released on PS3 at that point.
I know.
So in order for people on PS3 to get the story for the game and to have been able to make selections so they could carry that story forward, they had to include it, and they included it as free DLC.
So the people who picked it up on 360 and didn't play the first one, they got nothing.
Correct.
That sucks. That's my point. They should have had the comic in.
Well, they should have bought a PlayStation. People who bought it on 360 were able to play Mass Effect 1. So I, to date, have never played Mass Effect 1.
Yeah.
Mass Effect 2 is one of my favorite RPGs.
I see why.
I don't think you need to play the first one. Now, I have played the second one a couple of times, so I do have attachment to those characters. But I don't think you need to play the first one to get the same enjoyment out of Mass Effect 2, because Mass Effect 2 is that good.
Mass Effect 2 is good. You will get more of appreciation if you play the first one.
All right.
But we've already said too much.
Yeah.
CC
Portable. Or
Portable.
do you want to talk about Prime some more?
No, that's enough for Prime.
All right. CC Portable, Patapon. It is a fun little, what's the word? Their music and rhythm game on the PlayStation Portable. Mm-hmm. Definitely check it out. You can find this game really cheap, and it's a fun game to play while you're on the toilet waiting for the next Q-Dog video to come up.
Yeah, I like it. That's a good way to look at it. Yeah. Can you get it on your phone?
No.
Seems like it would be a good mobile game.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't even know what it is.
I'm going to say no. Seiji probably could.
Yeah, Seiji could do anything.
Seiji gets everything on his phone. He played, what was the game that they had last week that they played? He played it on his phone. It was a PS1 game.
Yeah, he played Symphony of the Night on his phone too. He's done it all.
He's a wizard.
He could do anything.
So that's that. I have a few more announcements.
What? All right, go ahead.
First up, we have just changed the tiers at Patreon. The $3 tier will now... so we used to offer you a member's custom page on the forums or on the website.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. We almost never got any of the information we needed for those. It was very cumbersome, so we got rid of that. Gotcha. Instead, people at that tier will now be able to... every August is going to be the Patreon game of the month.
Oh, that's my birthday month.
Anybody who's at that
I've always
tier
picked that month.
Will... we're gonna... All of the game suggestions will come from people at that tier. We'll put them all in a vote, and then everybody at that tier will vote. Oh. Whatever game wins will be the game that we play, and then those people will have the first choice of being panelists.
I like it. Is August chosen because it's the last month in the season?
August is chosen because it's the last month of the season. Correct.
Cool. I like it.
And it's probably going to open up to twice a year.
Oh.
The second time would be in February, but this February's game is already picked. So for right now, it's August. We'll see how it goes.
It is. Let's do it.
Okay,
cool.
And also, there's a new goal. We're currently at $72 a month. If we hit $80 a month, we are going to give away a free digital game every month. And every patron will be eligible for that drop.
What kind of game are we talking here?
Any game that has been played in the club, past or future.
Oh, cool.
You choose what game you want. You get it in digital copy. And all you have to do is be a member, Patreon member at any level.
I like it. I'm sold.
Yeah. That's it for announcements. There's one more, but I want to save it for CC Answers because I know somebody specifically asks the question.
Okay, cool. And I just want to give a quick shout out to Canadian Retro. We did a 25-hour
There's another announcement.
So he did that 25-hour charity stream. Josh did too, but I'm going to talk about Josh's when I get to his podcast. But Canadian Retro doesn't have a podcast, so I just want to say shout out to that.
We are doing a Cartridge Club Extra Life 50-hour live stream.
He ain't lying.
So if you're listening to this show and you're thinking, oh my God, how are the bros going to stay up for 50 hours? We're not. We're going to do the first 4 and the last 2. Yep. But members of the community came flying out with support to take streaming slots, to take moderator slots. I think we still have a few moderator slots left. The 50 hours filled up incredibly fast, and we're going to do this. We are part of the same team in Extra Life that Canadian Retro is. It's the Always Player 2 team.
Nice.
And this will raise money for Children's Miracle Networks. The donations go to the IWK, which is a local children's hospital here. Actually, you work beside it.
I do. With some of the people, same people, actually.
Yeah, so that's going to be happening on December 8th, 9th, and 10th here on this channel. Boom. It's going to be a crazy time. More details are going to come out as we get closer to the date. We have a great list of people coming up. I'm not going to start naming them because I'm going to mess it up. I'll miss people. But I do want to let you know that I'm very excited because one of them is going to stream and beat 4 incredibly hard NES bullet hell shooters.
What?
Yeah.
No, nobody could do that.
It's going to be nuts.
That's impossible.
Yeah. A lot of pressure.
How long? How many hours?
He has a 4-hour slot.
4 hours, 4 games.
4 hours, 4 games.
Good luck. Who is it?
It's 4
Drop
games.
names.
I couldn't beat one of these 4 games in 4 hours.
What? Give me one of the games then.
I think it was Gradius.
Oh God, I could not do that in 4 hours.
I think. I could be completely wrong. He might have changed his mind. He might be doing Rock Band now.
Anyway, okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah,
and we're doing it together.
So
Our
we're going to
slot
stream
is together.
We're going to start by streaming Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past.
Yep.
Do you know why?
It was the first game of the club.
First game of the club. So we have 4 hours. Can we beat that game in 4 hours?
No.
Are you sure? I've seen it speed run in like 2.
No, we can't.
No?
No.
You think we'll at least get the sword from our uncle by then?
We could beat Super Metroid.
Well, we got 2 hours at the end of the show. We'll talk about that at the end of the show. See what we're gonna do. I had Gunstar Heroes so we could play together, but maybe we'll do Super Metroid.
All right. Well, I don't care.
I wanted to play Legend because that's a lot of fun, but
doesn't matter to me. We'll play whatever. What are we gonna play it on?
2 hours. We're gonna play on the Retro Pi that I procured from a very good friend in the community whose name shall remain unnamed because I guess it's not necessarily.
It's a little
entirely,
gray. It's gray.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on.
All right. Let's do update.
I have so many updates. What do you want to start with? There's so much.
Okay, let's do podcasts.
Yeah, okay.
I have multiple podcasts listened to.
Okay.
And I have notes. Look at this. I have a page and a half of notes.
Since when do you have notes that long?
It's crazy.
That's a lot of notes.
I was in a coma for 3 days. I woke up. You remember that show, The Odyssey? Used to be on Canadian TV.
Yeah,
the kid was in a coma,
yeah.
and in his coma world, it was
Yeah.
sort of like the world from the 100 now.
I don't know about that, but yeah.
Anyway, that's what I felt like this week while I was sick.
Was that the kid from the Wonder Years? Was that the same kid?
I don't believe so. So let's talk about podcasts first. Who do you want to open with? STC?
All right, let's
They're
do
at
it.
the top of my list.
They're always at the top.
So
All
this I think is from 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
Bill tells a story about a guitar.
Okay, yep. I do have that.
The story blows me away.
You know what blows me away? Sorry, tell the story first.
He got a guitar, like a sweet, sweet guitar from some kid who had no right owning this guitar or selling it at this price for $25.
Yeah, he finds some deals, man.
Bill shows up there. This kid wants $60 for this guitar.
2 weeks
Bill's
in a
like,
row.
oh, man, I don't know. There's a big crack here.
Yeah.
The kid's like, that crack doesn't affect the sound.
No, the kid didn't say that. The kid didn't say that.
Yeah, he did.
No, the kid.
Yeah, he told him he knew going in. The guy said, I should tell you there's some damage, but it doesn't affect the sound.
Yeah, but he didn't know that because that's why Bill was able to get him down even lower because Bill was saying things.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I don't know
He
why
used
I've been
words like
mentioning-
pickups and humbugs.
Yes, I don't know why I've mentioned the word
Humbuckers.
nipples so much lately, but I have the word hard nips here when Bill is describing his knowledge of guitars. Like it blows me away that because I can talk about that with video games and stuff.
Yeah.
When I hear people talk about stuff that I know nothing about, blows me away.
I want a bi-weekly Bill music podcast.
Yeah, me too.
Grab a hold of Kevin.
Get Kevin on there.
Anybody. Like if Kevin's busy.
Well, Chris is clearly the bass guy. He can get on there.
Like J-Rock. Whatever you got to do, Bill. Whatever it takes to get a Bill music podcast.
Yeah.
The emotion and the knowledge and the passion with which you talk about music. I need more of that, please.
Yes, me too.
Then he went for a nice drive around the lake.
Yep.
And didn't take Joe. Joe was upset.
Yeah, Joe was upset. Although he makes a good point. Joe probably wouldn't have gone, but he might have gone. You never know.
Yeah.
I have a number written here. I don't know how. I forget how much he said it was worth. I have the number 800 written down. He got it for $25. So that's pretty cool.
And I think he had to put like $100-ish worth of repairs into it.
Yeah. They talked about this movie called Geostorm. Do you know anything about this?
No.
I didn't even hear about it until they said.
No. Isn't that that thing where you walk around and you find little hidden treasures in the woods that people have
That's
left?
what I thought it was going to be, but that's called something else.
It's geocaching.
Okay, I thought that's what it was going to be talked about. But I guess it had a lot of actors and stuff, and I didn't know anything about it. I guess it flopped hard, obviously, because I didn't know anything about it.
Clearly.
And he said that the marketing on it was terrible, and I have to agree because I didn't even know about it.
And then at the end of that episode, he gave a nice tribute to Kevin's father. I thought that was he knew him personally. I thought it was a nice touch.
It was nice hearing that personal touch for sure.
Yeah.
Also liked hearing Julian represent Retro Fandango on there too.
Yeah,
he did a little promo. It was pretty sweet.
I got more from the show after that from last week's show.
I still have more from this show.
All right, lay it on.
They talked about Canada's top 5 coffees.
Yeah.
Fascinating story.
Yeah.
I remember them all then, but this was 2 weeks ago. So I remember number 1.
You have just paragraphs and paragraphs of notes.
Don't look at my notes.
It's literally paragraphs.
Because I only write down things that interest me. Anyway, why do I have cream cheese? I don't know why I have that. Anyway, so top 5 coffees. Number 1, of course, what I drink.
McDonald's.
Rotten
Ronnie's.
Love it. Number 1.
Colleen loves that Bill calls it McDonald's.
Bill calls it that? I didn't even notice that.
Every time.
Why did he go with that, Bill?
I have no idea.
Bill, why did he go with that? I love it. But they talked about some places I've never heard of. It was like, what was it, like Coffee Time or something?
Yeah.
I can't remember. But Tim Hortons was number 4.
I'm surprised it's that high. Well, Tim Hortons has really dropped off in the last few years.
But it's Canada's like icon.
Yeah.
I loved hearing the Bean story, by the way, about why McDonald's coffee is so good now.
You know what? I could go for a Bill Coffee podcast, too.
I just want to hear Bill talk about things. Yeah, that's great. I guess that's what STC is.
I wonder if I could just pay him to just call me and talk me to sleep.
You might be able to.
I just want to lay in bed, cuddle up next to Colleen, and just have Bill call us and just read us the newspaper.
Just cuddle up next to Bill.
Yeah. Make a little Nova Scotia ice cream sandwich.
Yes. Anyway, I love the coffee discussion. I wish I remembered more of it. I only have those limited notes. But I see cream cheese here, and I'm remembering now. Joe had this like wadded on cream cheese on his bagel, and Bill was making fun of him.
Right.
It made me think. First of all, do you get cream cheese on your bagels?
Yeah. I love cream cheese.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you like it slathered on like Joe?
I wouldn't say slathered on. I don't want it I don't want to be able to see bagel underneath it. I don't want it like scraped on like some peasant. I want a healthy enough serving that I see just cream cheese. I don't want there to be
what?
Like, cause
that is slathered.
No. When you say slathered, I'm picturing like mounds of like.
No, that's I like scraped.
Like
I like scraped on as
Rockies.
you described it.
No, scraped on is no. What do you?
I don't like it. It's too much.
You don't live in the Bastille. You don't have to
taking away the flavor of the bagel. I don't like. That's too much cream cheese. It's too much. I couldn't put that in my mouth.
You gotta
the texture.
Get the herb and garlic. Get that jalapeno cream cheese.
I like jalapeno cream cheese on a cheese bagel, but it has to be thinly layered. I can't put.
Why even have it on there if you're scraping it on like that?
Because you get the taste of it. You don't get the texture.
You might as well just like lick the inside of the cream cheese and then just eat a bagel.
No, I want the taste, not the texture. There, that's the best way to describe it. All right. Anyway, take that off. Okay, so I don't know if this is the next episode or not, so you can go on to your note there.
They had a nice meal at a game. There was a game meetup. I can't remember what game meetup it was. One of the hundreds that they have in Ontario every week.
Yes.
And a bunch of the club guys got together, and Bill was describing the meal they all had, and it sounded delicious. And that was my note. So I'm new at this note thing. I don't have.
Yeah, you're doing good. What was the name of the restaurant?
I don't have pages over there like John Grisham.
What was the name of the restaurant?
I can't remember.
All right.
Was it Uncle Bill's Big Country? No, that was ours that we went to.
I can't remember. Was this the one that it was Teddy's?
I mean, Bill's listening. He could just tell us what the name of the restaurant was. Don't read the chat.
I can't remember. Okay.
Anyway, their meal sounded really nice, and it made me miss. I wanted to be there with them. I had such a good time at Uncle Bob's Big Greasy Country Buffet or whatever it was called.
I would eat there.
Cousin Teddy's.
Bill and Joe should open up
Heart Attack
BJ's.
on a Plate.
They call it BJ's. It could be a barbecue and grill.
Yeah, BJ's Barbecue and Grill.
Oh, I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm down. Anyway.
They could serve you right at the table. BJ's right at the table. That's what they could call it. They could bring it could be a new buffet where they bring the food like they have servers, but it's like a buffet line. Or it could be a BJ right at the table.
It could be like, remember in the old days they used to bring it out to your car? They come out to your car, give you your BJ right in your car. Let's just move on. Starbucks. They talked about Starbucks. Bill was talking about how he hates when they make him say like venti and stuff.
Yeah.
I completely agree with that.
Yeah.
And at one point he said, "Why don't you just line the cups up and I'll point at the one I want."
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Megan wanted the Starbucks coffee today. Actually, they had buy one get one free, which is pretty cool. And I told her that, and we laughed. Anyway, Joe was talking about how Tetley and Folgers is like scrub tea.
Scrub tea.
I love that.
I only drink loose leaf David's chamomile.
When he described,
gotta be-
when Bill
gotta
was
be
describing
David's.
Joe walking in with his David's tea and doing.
So
the
I know
saunter.
guys like this at work who like whether it's tea or just discovered Keurigs or you know what I mean. It's like you used to drink McDonald's tea and now I only drink David's loose leaf steeped tea.
Yeah.
It's funny.
There are
But,
people like that.
But once you have that higher quality stuff, you don't want to go back to the scrub Tetley tea.
I can't argue that.
Those elves are gonna be heartbroken. They'll be able to work.
Yeah. Wait. Is that the elves?
The elves, yeah, Tetley tea elves.
I thought they made cookies. No, that's Keebler.
Keebler elves, but Tetley. I'm sure they have elves. Tetley elves.
Tetley tea has elves?
They have dwarfs. The Tetley gnomes.
Dude, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Tetley halflings.
We're inside the chat.
Somebody let us know.
I'm not allowed to read.
You're not allowed to read.
Anyway, so he said he was going to do Joe trivia, and I love when he says he's
Yeah.
going to trivia things.
I want if there's some way that we can hook up a heart monitor to Joe, I want to know what his heart rate gets to when Bill says we're going to do trivia. Because Joe must be so terrified to say he likes something.
Yeah.
Oh man, I really like that. Because as soon as he says it, Bill goes, "All right, you like it, do you? Let's do some trivia on
You
it."
seem to know an awful lot about it.
Yeah. Joe's like, I really like stoplights. Oh, you like traffic, do you? Let's see how well you know traffic.
Hey, is the stoplight on the top or the bottom?
Top.
All right, why?
It's the biggest.
What?
It's the biggest to let you know, hey, stop.
They're 3 different sizes?
Yep.
Didn't know that. Moving
you
on.
Kidding me? Hold on, back up. You didn't know they were.
No, they're all the same.
Some of them are this. We have them. Anyway.
All right, moving on. Joe made a point.
You don't know where because you're colorblind.
I know green and red. They're separate.
You should know where they are
after yellow.
Because you can't tell the colors.
After yellow's red, so the next one's green. All right. Joe made a note about not wanting to see the Stranger Things kids outside of the show.
Right.
And I agree 100% with him. Anytime I see them on interviews and stuff, I turn off. I will not watch them do an interview.
Why?
Because I don't like seeing. It's okay. Child acting is hard. All right. To believe a child actor is tough. And when they're removed from that, they become a child. And I like them to be the kid in Stranger Things, not an actual child. I know it's hard to explain. I understand Joe's
You start to think of them as people when you see them outside the show. You'd rather just
Right.
keep thinking of them as objects.
Yes, I want them to be things.
So you want them to just be things.
Actors and actresses.
Right.
For Stranger Things.
Right.
That is it. Especially for TV shows where they're going to be coming back. Yeah, I agree with him is all I'm trying to say. What do you think of that? Does it take you out of it?
After I finished Stranger Things season 2, I watched the Beyond Stranger Things.
That popped up automatically. I had to turn it off.
Yeah, I watched a bit of it. There was some cool stuff in the background. Did you know that? I don't want to talk spoilers. People might not have finished it.
Yeah. All right.
That was dangerous territory. I almost just said something there. It's an Easter egg in the show that I saw today on Twitter that I don't want to share.
What episode? Number. What did you think of episode 7? This comes up on STC. We won't say. We won't say details,
live, man.
We will not say details.
This is live.
We
are walking the razor's edge here.
There will not be spoilers. What did you think of episode 7?
I can't do it.
Did you like it or did you not like it?
Nope, we got to move on.
Did you like episode 7?
Fly, you fools.
Did you like episode 7?
I liked things that happened in episode 7. I thought there was some good character development.
Did you feel like it was
removed? You are the guy who doesn't.
I will not.
You think everything is a spoiler, even knowing there's an episode 7 is a spoiler for some people.
This is why everybody should feel calm. I'm not going to spoil a thing. Did you feel it fit properly in the rest of the season?
I'm really nervous talking about this.
Did you feel that it fit? I felt like it was removed.
I liked it because it gave us.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Character development.
It's still removed. I can't say anything more. Okay.
So
episode
that
7,
episode, Bill explains to Joe because Joe was there was something going on and Joe was sort of shut off. He wasn't interacting, and Bill explained to him. He was like, "Listen, do you get that people tune into this show for the interaction between us? Like, do you get that?"
I don't remember that.
Yeah, and I loved that moment because I mean they always sort of jibe back and forth. Man,
Are you sure this wasn't today's episode?
Yeah, I didn't listen to today's episode.
Okay, all right.
I didn't listen to it because I knew you wouldn't have listened to it.
Okay.
And I was off today, so I didn't drive in with Colleen. She listened to it on the car on the way in without me.
What? Harsh?
Oh, yeah, it was her, Bill, and Joe in the car all by themselves. And she told me she sat in the car in the parking lot for 20 minutes afterwards. I don't know what was going on.
If Megan got some moons tonight while I'm doing this on Odyssey, I would be livid. She would be out on the street.
If Colleen got some moons from Bill and Joe while I was here at home, then there would also be
I salute her for that.
A little Ontario ice cream sandwich.
Stranger Things 2 there, Welch.
Yes. Anyway, and I loved it because you had pointed out to me that what I like is podcasts where the interaction, the chemistry is good, and they have good chemistry.
Oh, 100%. Bill mentioned one more thing. It's the VR app that allows you to, I think we said Netflix has a VR app or some streaming thing had a Netflix. I can't remember. A VR app, and I can't wait to hear about it talk it on this episode that came out today.
So we're going to leave them until we get to videos, right?
I don't have any videos from them.
I do. So let's continue on podcasts. I want to talk about Media Mavens.
All right, talk about Media Mavens. Go.
So they talked about American Horror Story, and I watched American Horror Story. They had a guest on. It was a Halloween episode. Yep. But I talked about I watched American Horror Story season 1, and I really enjoyed it up until the midpoint.
I couldn't get
through the Halloween episode.
Yeah, I couldn't get through the first episode.
I found that to be ridiculous. So you didn't. This is not going to be a conversation. So you didn't even watch it at all.
No, I did not. I couldn't get through the first episode.
So the latest episode, I guess, was about Roanoke, which is it's in the States. That's that island where like a whole colony back in Pilgrim times disappeared overnight.
I don't know about this.
And I think the guys from Polykill live close to there because I have a note about Roanoke from them as well.
Damn.
Anyway, so I was going to ask. I was kind of hoping you had watched it so that I could ask what you thought of it, so that maybe I could check this one out because that part of history, that mystery, has always sort of
well, that is interesting.
Yeah, interested me. But now you have nothing to add to this conversation, and I'm going to just jump into my next note from them.
Sorry, dude.
So they asked their guest, "Why do you like horror?"
Oh.
And she gave a great answer.
Ooh,
but I want to ask you before I tell you what hers was.
Okay.
So do you like horror games? I know you do.
I do not like horror games.
What are you talking about?
What do you think I like? What horror games?
You like horror games?
I couldn't even finish Amnesia.
Well, that's because you were playing with the lights off in the closet.
I hate horror. Survival horror, maybe.
So you don't like horror at all? Not just games, movies, books.
I don't remember the last horror movie that I watched.
Are you kidding me?
Sorry, dude.
You don't like horror?
I don't like to be scared.
Who? I don't even know you.
I don't know. I don't like to be scared.
What?
I don't understand why people like to be scared.
Because it's great.
Why?
I love that feeling of.
I need the answer that you're about to tell me what she said.
So she said she likes it because, paraphrasing, and I'm sure I'm going to get it wrong.
I'm sure.
But it was along the lines of, she likes it because the things in horror movies allow her, or the people allow her to sort of feel or express another side of herself,
Okay.
Instead of just the regular day-to-day
like
stuff.
my Renegade Shep.
Like your Renegade Shep. Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I like quirky love stories.
Yeah, so like just like you have a small angry female inside of you, she likes horror movies.
Oh my god.
For that reason. So anyway, I can't believe you don't like horror. You don't like being scared?
Name like a good horror movie.
The Shining.
I love The Shining, and I liked so I guess I do. I thought there was more suspense.
Paranormal Activity.
Not scary.
What?
Yeah. If that's horror, then
when we get to Polykill, Paranormal Activity is going to scare the snot out of you because I'm going to tell you a story when we were kids.
No, I'm sure I've heard it, and I don't anyway, let me just keep telling me more. I like the Thing. Is that horror?
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
That's like a psychological thriller horror.
Yeah, I like those type of things. I don't really like horror, I guess.
What about Alien? Alien's a horror movie in space.
Once again, that seems more like suspense thriller. I don't know. Maybe it is horror. If it is, I do like horror then.
Pitch Perfect.
I like Pitch Perfect.
Well,
that's not horror.
Scared the shit out of me.
But I don't like. Maybe I do like horror. Give me more examples.
Get Out.
I don't know what that is, but that's definitely not
horror.
You
haven't seen Get Out?
Get Out is definitely not horror.
That's a psychological thriller.
Yeah, okay, maybe I like psychological thrillers. I don't like horror.
What about Halloween?
No, I don't really like Halloween.
What?
Yeah, I don't like Halloween. I don't like any of the like Freddy and Jason and all those things. I don't like them.
I know what you did last summer. Scream. Those are both slasher flicks. That's horror.
Okay, is slasher horror?
It's a subgenre of horror, yes.
I like some subgenres of horror.
So what subgenres of horror don't you like? Because every time I name one, you're like, oh, I like that.
I don't know. I don't like...
Sleepaway Camp.
Dude, those aren't scary.
Gremlins, horror movie.
Maybe I don't like things with ghosts and stuff. I don't... You know what I mean? Like, if it's a human killing another human, I don't think that's horror.
What?
Yeah.
That's just the news.
Yeah.
All right. I get it.
I don't know.
Anyway, it was a great episode. They talked about all things horror. They had a ton of questions from the listeners.
Okay.
I really enjoyed it.
Hearing people talk about horror because, like Polykill, for example, I liked hearing that discussion about.
I have
horror.
so many notes about that episode.
Okay, all right, let's carry on.
Moving on.
Okay.
I got Polykill next. What do you got?
We want to do Polykill next?
We can, or we can do one of yours.
Do you have any frantic thoughts?
I do. I have 2.
Then let's do it.
Okay. I didn't know Wolfenstein advertisements got people upset.
You didn't know that?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, no, I didn't know that.
That was very controversial.
Yeah,
because they said let's make America Nazi free again or something like that.
It's a game that has been about killing Nazis for 20 years.
Yeah. And people were like, hey, now that's political agenda. Cut it out. And they were like, no. We've been doing this for a very long time. And that was the controversy around that. Okay, so.
Yeah, if you're in a situation when you... Anyway.
All right. Okay, frantic thoughts. Okay, so...
I have one more note from that episode.
All right, go ahead.
There was a lovely little Cartridge Club tribute at the end of it.
Oh, yeah, you better
That was my first ever frantic thoughts.
Oh, that was a good one to start with then.
Yeah. I mean, I unsubscribed afterwards, but it was a good... No, I'm kidding. I was hooked.
It was a great one to start with. I love frantic thoughts. He does a solo...
Saw! There we go. Saw! Saw's a horror movie. You like Saw?
No, I don't like Saw.
Who are you?
No. You know what's funny though? I like the concept of Saw.
I'll do a weekly music show with you. I don't know much about music. Yeah, I'm talking to Bill now. I'm auditioning for a new P2.
Oh yeah, Bill could be a P2. Although I've always pictured him as the P1 in that relationship.
You think Bill's the P1? You think you're Joe?
I'm the P2 of the relationship. That's all I'm saying. Let's move on. All right. Yeah, Josh does these they're called Frantic Thoughts. He does these podcasts solo, and I think that's awesome. James also does his, and it's more intimate, I think. You get a feel for the actual person. I could never do it. I could never do a solo podcast. Do you think you could do solo?
No, there's not a chance.
No way. So I really respect when people can do it. Anyway, he talks about...
I would get so lost and Josh and James both do good solo podcasts. Yeah. I would be a mess. I have a hard enough time staying on track now with you.
Yeah, you're right. It's true. Yeah. We don't stay on track.
We are all over the place.
But anyway, he talks about
But it's okay this episode because this is a mega episode.
It's mega-sode. He talks about upcoming games. He keeps a memo on his phone for upcoming games that he's excited about. I do that too. I think that's great. He talked a bit about... the topic was to turn cute characters into a horror game.
You literally have 8.5 paragraphs. Right
Stop looking at it. So yeah, it was pretty funny. He talked about Kirby and stuff. What do you think would make a good horror game that is currently not a horror game? That's
Kirby. Metroid.
Metroid. That's kind of horror.
Listen, you don't get to sit there. No.
You're right. You're right.
That's more of a psychological thriller. I don't actually think that is. That's not horror.
I like Saw, I guess. Like I like the concept of Saw. I just don't like the execution, I guess. Yeah. Anyway,
I'm gonna put you in one of those rooms before you leave here.
I have a note here where Josh, he sends some love to the club, and I put down how people like him. Sometimes you get used to the club grows, right? And it's people like Josh that come in and they breathe a fresh air into the club. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we need people like him, and I respect that about him, and I love that about him, and he's a great member to have.
Fitnap points out that it's okay for you to talk about Stranger Things in detail, but me seeing your notes is a spoiler.
That is a spoiler. That is a spoiler.
Yeah. I love Josh.
Hey,
I'm
James.
glad that he's here. Here's an announcement we didn't make. Frantic Thoughts will now have its own spot on the Cartridge Club forums. You can go and discuss those episodes.
Boom. He deserves it. He's a great guy. But he did an outro.
He messaged Dean. He was like, Dean, listen,
excuse me.
I'm consistent as F. Give me a form. And Dean was like...
He deserves
Dean
it.
was like, okay, yeah, done.
He deserves it.
That's how it went down.
I believe that. Anyway, he did an outro and he's talking about it was like outtakes, and he talked about PS4 losing your PS4 cord.
Yeah.
And how annoying that is when your controller needs to charge and you can't charge.
Use your Wii U cord. It's the same. And they're longer. The Wii U Pro controller charge cords work in PS3s.
Wii U Pro controller. I don't have one.
We're talking PS3s or PS4s?
PS4.
Oh, yeah, no, that's different.
I don't know.
You don't have a little charging dock for yours like I do?
It doesn't matter. We're moving on. He did a charity stream, a 24-hour charity stream. I got to pop in and see some of that. I got to see Cthulhu for the first time ever. Never seen it played on Xbox. I also got to see Mario Maker for the first time. Are you reading the chat still?
No.
Poor Josh is getting screwed from this plug right here.
I've seen Saw, but I didn't like the execution.
Oh. Moving on.
Man, we shouldn't do live shows. We should cover the chat.
You're supposed to be the one not looking at the chat. Okay.
Chat wins again. Is somebody keeping track of how many times chat has won?
So I was watching him play Cthulhu, and he was like getting sleepy. He was almost passing out. And it made me think, can you have two streamers at the same time on the same stream?
Through Mixer, you can, which is an Xbox dating app.
What? Really?
No. I mean, you can have two streamers, but it's not.
Can
not
you
a
though?
dating
Like,
app.
because then the two people could talk to each other while they're playing.
Yeah.
Both playing their own games, but
both going to the same stream.
Yeah. Is that possible?
I'm pretty sure Mixer does. I think Mixer does up to 4. I'm going to say it does, and if it doesn't, we'll say Microsoft removed that feature.
Because that would be pretty sweet. Because then if you start to fall asleep, you have someone that can help you stay awake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially where we're going to do them 50 hours straight.
We are not doing 50 hours. That's
You've
crazy.
misled me.
Are you even showing up for any of them?
No.
I had to book them around your child's bath time.
It's tough. He talked about going.
The first hour of our stream is us drying off Avery. Which one's yours?
Avery. He talked about going to Best Buy to get Mario Odyssey on the 11 p.m. release, and they weren't open. They told him they were going to be open 11 p.m. at night for a midnight release. They weren't open.
How far do they have to travel for that?
I don't know.
I would be frustrated.
He was very frustrated, but he got over it. He said, got it the next day.
Yeah.
Took it like a
I mean,
champ.
really? It would be annoying, but what's he going to do?
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, he talked about Sony Paris Week, and he said goats of sushi, which was great. All right, and that is Josh. Check out Frantic Thoughts.
Yeah.
All right, what do you want to do next?
I want to do Polykill.
Do it.
I want to start by publicly apologizing to Polykill.
You should.
There was 2 shows back to back where we did not mention them.
What happened?
And then we took last week. We were so upset at ourselves for it that we took all of last week off. So it has been 3 weeks since the words Polykill have been actually said in this household.
Are you serious? It's been that long?
3 weeks.
I'm disappointed in you.
And during that time, we actually had the Polykill intern staying with us.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So Polykill was actively tweeting that the intern was here with us for the 3 weeks that we ignored them completely.
And there were some funny tweets.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's all I have to say about Polykill. Let's move on.
All right.
No, I'm kidding. I have notes. So first off, I want to talk about their off-kilter spooky episode.
All right. I have lots of notes.
I have never had to turn a podcast off before because it was scaring me.
You told me that you did that, so I was like, oh, man, this is going to be off the heezy. I did not get scared.
Are you kidding me?
No.
All right, so they talked about some spooky tales.
This is great stories,
So first
though.
off, I have a question. So Jake mentions that he either drove by or drove to or lived in Roanoke, which is that place where that people disappeared. I don't know how long ago.
I said it was an island.
I think it's an island, like it's in the north.
I'm so happy Travis is here.
I'm not good with American geography. It's in one of the states that
it's in a state
that was in the Civil War. And
wow.
Anyway, so I want Jake to clarify that. Did you live in Roanoke? Did you live near Roanoke? Do you?
This is the first time I've heard of Roanoke.
Really?
Yes.
Oh man, this is like a famous ghost story.
Really?
Like a whole fucking city full of people. Oh, Swayze full of people disappeared.
They disappeared. So
Gone.
I'm assuming it was like,
but it was like settler
during-
days. Back in settler days.
like indigenous people might have taken them, or like
No, so they thought that, but there was no signs of that. I mean, I'm
Maybe they
going
were
on
crafty.
this. All of this is based completely off memory, so I could be way off. They may have already solved it. They all moved to Oak Island and buried a treasure.
Trav just stopped you right in your tracks. Oh Oh my god.
Okay, not the colony. They live close to the city.
I like your story better.
That was close. Anyway, so Jake and his old man, got followed home by aliens.
Well, yeah, maybe.
You don't know. Can you say with a doubt that it wasn't?
I cannot.
Do you believe in aliens?
I believe that there's probably aliens somewhere. Yeah.
Yep. I think they did. I'm on board for that.
Yeah. Mass Effect makes me think it's very possible.
Yeah. And they're all sexy.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Let's just move on.
Well, which one's not pretty?
Garrus.
So then Travis talked about this murder mystery with his grandfather. You remember this? You hear that?
I'm just hearing
that?
creepy noises in your house right now.
Yeah.
Ooh, man, I am getting spooked.
That's hot water baseboard. That is a creepy sound. That's money.
And I can hear it literally leaving your wallet. Okay, sorry. Travis was talking about what?
So his grandfather had this mysterious death in this mysterious fire.
Oh man, that is a very interesting story, and I'm fascinated by stuff like this.
Yeah.
Do you think he stole? Like, do you think you faked? You left and faked it?
Well, whose body did they find?
I don't know.
Like,
probably somebody from Roanoke.
Maybe. I thought it was a cool story.
It's a very, very cool story.
I think it's weird that somebody would continue to call every year to check on the kids.
Yeah. Dude, that is creepy, man.
You're getting goosebumps right now. You told me the show wasn't scary.
It's not scary. It's fascinating. Like, I would be the type of person who would go and look into this.
These aren't goosebumps aren't because you're fascinated.
Oh, I'm excited. Feel these.
I am not feeling your nipples.
No, I love true crime stuff, and this is as true crime as it gets. I think it's fascinating.
I would love to. It's unfortunate that I don't think we'll ever know. Travis, if you want to go and look through old boxes of microfilm, I'm in.
I'll do it, man.
Or microfiche, I'm in.
I would do it for sure.
Let me know. I'll fly down. We'll do it together. I thought that was really cool.
That'd be awesome. I think that happened in the ring.
And then Jake told the story about how a witch cursed his mother.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. That story did kind of creep me out.
You're such a piece of shit. You just sat here and told me.
I know. I forgot about that story. Let me see if I have notes. Dick in a box. Looking at Disney costume party. Sharp tooth guy. Trav's grandpa. For some reason, I didn't take notes about that. That was the scariest one. That was scary. AF. I probably didn't write notes because I didn't want to think about it anymore.
Right. It was a great episode. Really creepy. Definitely check out Polykill Off Kilter on Spooky Stories.
Oh, I got more notes here. So they talk about this Disney costume party.
So anyway, Paranormal Activity. It didn't scare you. Do you not remember the nosebleeds that I used to have and the man that used to stand in my room?
Nah, I remember you thinking that, yeah.
I didn't dream the nosebleeds.
Dude, I slept in the same room for you for like 10 years.
Maybe I'm haunted.
Have you had it happen since?
No.
No, it's because your brain was growing too fast or not fast enough or something. No, I got nosebleeds. I'm haunted. No. I remember being a kid and thinking, holy shit, my brother's haunted. And I was like, there's no haunt. This is ridiculous. Anyway, okay, so they went to do this Disney costume party. It was Jake, and I gotta look at the chat. All right. So Jake, okay, he found this thing from, I think it was from Fantasia, the Trinabog. I think he called it Trinabog, but I think it's called Chernabog. And it's like this big scary demon thing in a Disney movie. So everybody's dressed up like Disney characters, and he's like, well, this isn't a Disney movie. I'm going as this. And he talked about how
Chernabog is a Russian god.
Chernabog?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what he went as. Anyway, children were walking into this place. You know, there was like a work event that was open to the public and stuff. And then he was like scaring people out. So little kids. So I thought that was funny. Oh, and then Trav talked about he went as the Dick in the Box guys. That's what they dressed up as. That's what my Dick in the Box thing was.
Right.
It all makes sense. Oh, and then was it Trav or Jake who had that story about their back door was open and then the cat got
Travis.
Open?
Yeah.
Dude, Travis, you got some scary stories, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that did spook me a little bit. The thought of somebody maybe broken in for no reason.
I gotta trim my nose here. My nose is so itchy.
I can't stop looking at it.
It's crazy.
It's like it's coming. It's like
and these eyebrows.
It's like it's trying to like.
I get this one eyebrow.
Touch the mic.
You see this eyebrow? It shoots straight out.
Yeah, I see it now.
It's like an inch and a half long. Anyway,
so that was really scary. How do you think that door got open?
Clearly somebody was in his house.
Travis got drunk, forgot he left the door open, passed out, woke up and was like, hey, my door's open.
No.
That's what I have to tell myself because that is a creepy story.
No.
Yeah.
Things were in his house.
Things were in his house, just looking around.
Yeah.
They didn't take anything, though. That's why it's
Roanoke.
creepy. Okay.
So then the next episode they had.
Hold on, Miles. All right. You talk about, because I don't have any notes for the next episode. You go.
I get notes from 2 more Polykill episodes.
You have 2 more on there?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's hear it.
So the next, this was an actual Polykill proper.
Polykill proper.
And one
I
of
like
the, I only took one note from the show, and it was they talked about games that bring to mind music, and how Warcraft. I can't remember which one of them, but Warcraft made him think of Lenny Kravitz.
Wait, what? I have games like this too.
So I wanted to ask: do you have any games that when you think of the game, you think of, or vice versa, you hear a song, you think of music?
Probably the same as you.
Yeah, probably.
What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say World of Warcraft.
Well, it's EverQuest.
For you? Okay, well, it was World of Warcraft for me. So what's EverQuest?
It was your Limp Bizkit CD.
Yeah. Is that the
Chocolate Starfish and
Yeah.
I don't remember the whole name of it.
I can't either.
Anyway, Limp Bizkit and EverQuest, they go together like.
I think of World of Warcraft and Let the Bodies Hit the Floor.
Oh, okay.
Because when the first came out, people used to
yeah.
And then remember that Machinima used to do those videos that one about Ulduar.
No, I don't remember.
It was done to oh man,
dude, everybody did like Dragon Ball Z videos to Papa Roach and Let the Bodies Hit the Floor and whatever.
Anyway, so I thought that was cool.
Yeah, I love thinking about stuff like that too. Actually, I know there's others. I just can't think of it off the top of my head. EverQuest always comes to mind though. And Oasis and Final Fantasy 11. I used to listen to a lot of Oasis then for some reason. All right.
And one more note from the episode I listened to.
Okay.
Today, and it was they talked about sports games and how Trav plays a lot of them. And every time he said in a game, he talked about Blades of Steel. I love Blades of Steel. I'm pretty sure if you play Blades of Steel and you play as the Montreal Canadiens, you cannot lose.
That's
I
legit.
think the game is like actually set so the Canadians win every game.
They should.
Yeah.
I'm not a Canadian.
I also play a lot of ice hockey, all fatties, all the time.
I like skinnies.
Yeah, fatties win though.
Yeah, skinnies win.
No, you can't knock me off the puck, man. I got that slap shot.
We played at the last year's Cartridge,
and I won.
I won.
We'll go to the tape. We'll play right now. We'll play it on the live stream.
We were tied, and then I won.
We'll settle it on the live stream.
That's what
fatties
happened.
versus skinnies.
We're gonna have to ask someone who was there.
Yeah. But he talked about that. He talked about NBA Jam, which is a great game. He's heating up.
Yeah,
Boom, shakalaka.
I know what NBA Jam.
He was talking about how he loved NCAA, and the NCAA franchise is great. One of the cool things about the NCAA franchise is that you could create a character in that, play through his college years, have him get drafted, and then draft your college your draft class from the NCAA into that season's Madden.
Damn.
So you could actually play through as the players from college, and then load them into Madden, and then carry on their career as a player
in the NFL.
Yeah, I love the Madden
games.
That's
cool.
But Travis has a PS4 now. Travis, if you tell me that you'll buy this year's Madden, I will get the PlayStation Plus online service, and we can play Madden together. I would do a season with you if you will do a season with me. I used to play a lot of the hockey games, a lot of the NHL games. Do you remember when I used to work at back shift at the gas station?
Yeah.
And we would turn the lights off and say the station was closed, and the guys would come down and hang out with me in the middle of the night. And we had a TV and a PlayStation 1 there.
A lot of stories from that place.
And I used to live in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I woke up that one time, and Buddy he was selling a bunch of stolen clothes in the office. He had to set up like a little gap. Anyway, we played a lot of NHL, Kangaroo Junior baseball. I love sports games, Travis. Hearing you talk about sports games today was great.
Junior, that's where it's at. It's right there. It's in your system.
Yeah. And I would, if you want to play Madden together, man, if Madden's something you're into, let me know, and I'm in.
Yeah. It was the only game
I currently don't have PlayStation Plus, and I have said that I'm not going to get it because I can't afford to. But if you will play Madden with me, I will get both.
That was just on sale for $20 off.
Yeah. Actually, if you have an Xbox One, I guess we could just get it on Xbox. I already have that service.
Aren't they crossplay?
No.
I love Meatloaf, and Dean just mentioned Meatloaf and Phantasy Star, and I wish I had that memory.
Yeah.
So anyway, the singer, not the meat.
Man, I like Meatloaf. So is Dean talking Bad Out of Hell or Back into Hell?
Assuming Bad Out of Hell, but we'll see. All right. Miles also had a story on the Spookies thing.
Yeah.
About this sharp tooth guy who followed them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He knows where he lives now.
That's true. I'd have to move. Anyway, yeah. You got any more Polykill?
That's all I got for Polykill. It was a great 3 episodes that I listened to. I really missed talking about those guys.
I just did not take notes for the one before the spooky, and I have not heard the newest.
I have a text here. You said I'm done with Polykill. I can't do this anymore.
You said you wouldn't mention that. I love Polykill.
All right, who do we got? That's all I have for podcasts. Oh,
really?
No, Retro Fandango. I didn't take notes, but I have that one.
God, I have so many more.
I listened to a bonus barrel. I didn't take notes.
Oh my God.
Lay it on me. We're at an hour and a half.
We have 2 weeks of bonus barrel.
Like a banner to hell up and go when the morning comes. All right.
Listen, Meatloaf is like quirky love stories in songs.
It is.
And that's why I love it.
Junior high.
Now.
Grade 8.
Now.
I went to my first junior high dance.
Yep.
Battle to Hell. I'd Do Anything for Love came on.
Oh.
I walked up. I had a big crush on her.
Oh, very good.
I said, will you dance with
What'd
me
she say?
to this song?
And she said...
She laughed at me
She
and
said-
said, why would I dance with you? And
And
then I
you-
went back and stood at the wall at the edge of the gym and watched the video because it was a video dance and didn't go to another dance for the rest of junior high. Good times.
At least you put yourself out there. I got to commend you, man. You put yourself out there. I like that. All right, let's burn through these.
All right, so what do you got?
Bonus barrel, my boys and girls.
Double B. Oh, I did listen to a bonus barrel where Seiji called you a punk bitch. So actually,
Seiji?
I do want to address that. So,
Okay.
so we've made a couple of jokes on the show recently. There's been a lot of talk about rules to beating games.
Yep.
And calling P2 the judgmentalist, how he judges people, easy mode, stuff like that.
Yes.
I want to make sure that it's perfectly clear. That's all very, very tongue in cheek.
He knows.
No, but anybody listening, I don't want.
Okay.
So Kaseiji brings up a really good point that there is a subculture of gaming where there is that toxicity where people do actually believe that if you're not beating games under certain restrictions, you're not actually beating.
Well,
Nobody that we have mentioned that we talk to that regularly is part of the club actually has any sort of feelings where that is a thing. And it's all very lighthearted, fun, just good natured.
there are communities, especially around like things like League of Legends and stuff like that, where it is very, very toxic, and you just can't get in. We also agree with everything you said.
So yeah, that I mean the rules to beat a game, they're not actually rules. We don't actually think that.
No.
P2, I mean he does actually judge all of you, but he just does it just between the two of us. So
It's private.
Yeah.
You'll never know.
that's right. Yeah, and it has no bearing on whether or not you can be in the club.
Yeah, no, you're always welcome in the club,
Yeah.
whether you cheat or not. Cheating is fun.
He just won't let me have you on the show as a guest.
Cheating is fun. Let's move on.
So
All right, so
bonus round.
yeah, okay. So, Seiji's talking about motion controls versus pro controller.
Right.
Now, I know you wanted to talk about this too,
Yeah.
because you think it might be getting you sold on Odyssey.
Well, he said, because Seiji knows that I'm not super good at platformers. I've mentioned it a couple of times, and I'm not a big fan of Mario. But he mentioned that his wife, who also is a similar level of gamer as me, I think, was really enjoying it, and the motion controls made it easier for her. It has made me consider. I will probably ask you to bring yours over so I can try yours before I will pull the trigger on my own.
Yeah, you can just have it when I'm done with it, and then.
So yeah.
There are definitely certain moves that you could do with the motion controls a lot easier than without. Okay, Left got jumped and somebody stole his candy at Halloween time.
What?
Yeah, when he was younger. Isn't that sad?
Yeah. Why
Like,
don't I remember hearing that?
I didn't know things like that ever actually happened. I think he got it back.
Only in PEI.
Gonna have to edit that out.
It's live.
Oh right, we did the same thing on the last live show. Anyway, Rob did blackface.
Yes. So Rob was a big fan of Steve Urkel growing up,
Yeah,
and he wanted to go out as him as Halloween,
yeah, I love it.
and he did blackface.
Yeah, blackface. He said he ended up just looking like a dirty fat kid.
Yeah.
I laughed. That's good stuff. Then they talked about medieval. For some reason, Rob thought it was called Dead Man Dan for a second.
Yep. He called
funny.
the main character Jack at one point, and it was definitely in reference to Jack Skellington.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. And then they had to end the show without Rob, and they were like, "We don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Like, how do we close this?"
Yeah.
And so Rob got some props there. They were like, "We really love Rob, and we need Rob." So that's pretty cool. This is when my notes start to blur together because I'm pretty sure that's the end of that episode, and then I get into the next one. We said that we asked them what they think Nintendo should do for their next mobile game, which is a question that we had.
Did we?
Yep. And then they their answers were Shelby said Pokemon Snap, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Take pictures.
Oh,
of
yeah, an AR Pokemon
You could even
game.
do AR. Yeah, exactly. Left said Metroid or Star Fox. He says he believes if anybody can do a platformer game on phone, it would be them. And Rob said, wow, I have no. Oh, Rob said WarioWare, which is a great answer. You could do a lot of fun mini games on your phone. Yeah, I would love to see a WarioWare game. He even talked about how they could monetize it.
Man, I totally want that Pokemon Snap game now.
I want the WarioWare game.
You could even do it so like you could go around and catch the Pokemon.
That's Pokemon Go. That was brought up too. And then we got to hear that it was War Month.
Yeah.
Which obviously must be Left's month.
Why is it that
No.
not Left's month.
Who? Shelby?
Shelby,
Shelby.
yeah.
Shelby loves war. I didn't know
Yeah.
that. We learned a lot about Shelby today.
I was watching a movie this week.
Yep.
What movie was it? I can't remember. But it was a movie with war and soldiers. Why is it that every time I see soldiers in a movie, their berets look like garbage?
I don't know what you're talking about.
If you watch, when you watch a movie, you see somebody's beret, and the beret is like sticking straight up to the side. That's not how you wear them. When it's like all puffy and like big, that's not how you wear them. It's like Hollywood has never seen an actual beret on anybody.
How is it worn?
They're usually formed. They flap down over your head. Anyway,
I've not seen it the way you're describing. You're going to have to show me because this sounds hilarious.
All right.
I really want to see it. So yeah, I was blown away when it wasn't Left's War Month. So that was awesome. They talked about Final Fantasy Type 0. They talked about a new Total War game. And how Rob said it should be in prehistoric times. That'd be hilarious.
Total War Jurassica.
Yeah, I love it. Also, they were just talking about their favorite war games. Shelby mentioned Halo Reach. I don't know about you, but for some reason playing Mass Effect really makes me want to play Halo. I don't know what it is. Maybe just because it's sci-fi, but I want Halo more than
power armor.
I want Halo more than ever. I don't know why. I've never played it through a Halo game, so every time I hear it mentioned now, it gets me excited. Anyway, that is Bonus Barrel. We love Bonus Barrel. Check them out as always.
I got one last podcast. It was Retro Fandango. Kevin was taking some time off, so Steven Eider filled in for him.
You got to hear the Steven Eider special co-host?
I did an admirable job. A lot of good topics.
He's not new to hosting.
No. He mentioned how at one point they talked about how difficult it was to get multiple guests together, and I definitely feel their pain there.
Oh, it's tough.
It's quite it can be frustrating. Richard at one point talked about how collecting and how he went from collecting games to sort of collecting laser discs.
Wow, laser discs.
It's Japan, right? They probably have them.
Oh my goodness, that is probably true.
And how he was sort of trading from one to the other, and how he wasn't, was sort of concerned at first, and then again, I'm paraphrasing, but then he thought about how it was something that he enjoyed and it made him happy, and how as you get older, some people just give up and don't have those things anymore, and they just park themselves in front of a TV and that's it. And maybe that makes you happy. I mean, it made me think of mom and dad because that's pretty much it. They go to work, they come home, they go in front of the TV, they're done.
Yeah.
They sleep, they repeat.
Good point.
But anyway, he talked about how doing something that makes you happy is a good way to sort of keep yourself younger.
That is a very interesting point.
It was super deep.
Instead of looking at it from like an unhealthy thing,
Yeah.
you're not spending your whole paycheck on things.
Right,
You're doing
right.
it reasonably.
But it was a good show.
Keeps you
Definitely check it out.
Definitely check it out. I have more. Retro Pixel, James did his bonus-ode.
Right.
Now, first of all, I love the idea of a bonus-ode. Second of all, his intros lately, the intro songs have been awesome. Laserdix is huge. He did a DMX intro
I haven't heard it yet.
for the bonus-ode. I loved it. Oh, I love hearing DMX anywhere.
Which DMX intro? Is it the DMX Reading Rainbow?
No, it's the song. You'll hear it.
If you haven't heard DMX Reading Rainbow, Google that.
Yes, it's pretty good. We talked about changing the toilet paper roll. How is it in your house? Do you ever have? Is one of you not good at changing?
Yeah,
it?
we just don't use rolls anymore. We just set them on the counter.
Wow, so you just gave up on the roll completely?
Yeah, we haven't had a toilet paper roll on the actual holder months.
Wow,
Months.
really?
Yeah.
You just gave up.
Well, the way our bathroom upstairs is laid out, the toilet faces the counter. It's very strange.
Yeah.
But it's comfortable for crossword puzzles or setting my iPad up on a stand.
Right.
And the toilet paper holder is down and to the right.
Yes.
So I'm reaching like in behind. I feel like
that would be awkward.
And so we just leave it on there. I can't see like that way. I have to walk in and walk around the toilet and look. Okay, do I have toilet paper?
Now let me ask you:
do I got to get some?
do you keep one on the roll at all times? It just sits there.
No.
For guests.
No.
Guests are using the reach up roll.
Why would I treat my guests better than I treat myself?
No, that's all right. I was just curious.
No.
I would have it there as at least an ornament.
No. You can reach on the front like the rest of us animals.
Okay. All right. I like
You're
it.
lucky I even offer you a roll of toilet paper and you're not just some rag on a stick like they do in Turkey.
Wait. Yet you voted for the front roll on the roller.
Right, because that's the way to do it. Because on the ship, we don't have ledges. You have to have them on the rollers, and you got to roll on the front. Otherwise, you...
So what's it called when you put it on the
counter?
Counter.
So setting?
Which way do you roll? Which way do you fit?
We just let it flip.
That's savage. That's beast.
We set it on its side. We don't like... I don't put it like so it can roll.
Yeah, you should
I stand
and
it
then,
up.
and then put the roll forward. You should. All right. Talks a bit about this story how his significant other will never change it. Never puts a new roll on. Leaves him without it. He had a terrible experience where he had to run to the toilet, and lo and behold,
where does he keep his spare? I keep my spares in the same cupboard.
They were out of reach.
So I've got one roll right. Man, this is a weird conversation. I have one roll right on the counter in front of me. So I'm on the can. Let's say I'm on the can right now.
Yeah, you're watching your Q Dogs
Hold on,
or your whatever.
All right, so I'm on the can.
Why are you pulling your pants down?
I want to get in the moment here.
Oh my
I'm on the can.
God. Okay, no one can see.
I've got my toilet paper roll right there on the counter.
Yeah.
In the cupboard right here,
Yeah.
I've got my jumbo size Costco pack
Gotcha.
of Kirkland, which you shouldn't use because apparently it turns to concrete when it's wet.
Ew, weird.
Yeah, it can really clog your lines up.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I don't use it, but that's cool.
Yeah. They sell this super industrial root eater that you can pour down your drains in the States. It's illegal in Canada. It's really bad for the environment, but the state still sells it.
Of course.
So if you know somebody who goes there regularly from where you can get it. Anyway, that will eat through the Kirkland concrete.
Oh, this is fascinating. I didn't know that. Kirkland stuff too soft. I like rougher toilet paper.
Yeah.
I like to feel. Anyway, let's just move on. He talks a bit about this place called Which. It's like a Subway place, but you get to make your own sandwich.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I like that.
Ooh, no. That means other people are reaching in there with the meats?
No. What did you think I just said? It's
Which?
Subway.
But you make your own sandwich.
No, you tell them what to put on it.
Oh, okay.
They give you a thing and you fill it out. And you just hand it to
I
them.
just pictured like this big trough where all the where all the chuds could reach in and mangle the salami.
Ew, all the what?
Chuds.
Never heard of that.
Cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers.
Moving on. Talk a bit about Muchos, which is like this cool convenience store / arcade place. Sounds amazing. He talked about he got drunk one time, went to see a movie, sat next to in the movie theater. Thought he was sitting next to his friends, sitting next to strangers, talking to them the whole time.
Solid.
And then didn't know until the lights came on at the end.
If anybody in the club was going to do that,
yeah, I can see James. I can see James doing that. Yeah, and then he talked a bit about renting movies and video games and how it's not what it used to be.
Yeah.
Except now the Power Pass is coming. And then a new RetroPixel just came out. That was the bonus ode. Miles is on it. I just started listening to it. It's good, of course. It's a good team. Good combo, Miles and James together.
cool.
And that is RetroPixel. Check it out.
Any more podcasts?
I have
I know there was
more.
a Flock Talk that came out. I haven't heard it yet.
I have heard it and loved it.
Okay, lay it on me. Did you win again?
I did not win again. And
The
in
random
fact,
draw?
they are no longer doing the random draws.
Oh,
They're going to do like one big one.
They're just going to do not random draws.
Well,
They're going to start doing specific.
Who's paying the most is what they're playing now. Yeah. No, but they went to that Guillermo del Toro museum.
Yeah.
They bought me some posters.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh my God, my heart. So thank you so much again for that. Their board game knowledge is immense. They talk about games I've never even heard of.
Yeah, they're into all kinds of games.
Yeah, and they all sound so fun. And I'm like, oh my God.
Wouldn't it be cool to just hang out with them and play board games with the Flock? Like Miles,
Oh.
you never got a chance to meet Miles. Hopefully you come to Chicago.
I'm definitely going to Chicago.
We'll see. And because he's going to Chicago.
Yeah, is Miles going to Chicago?
Yeah.
I wish I could play Magic the Gathering. Like, I feel like I just want him to shred me.
He's got to tap those marshes.
I just want to be shredded by Miles so bad.
I'll tear you up.
They talked about going to... First of all, they talked about the Leighton games. I want to play the Leighton games. I haven't played them. I got to play them. Catherine's talking about it. Miles told the story about this coffee shop that they used to go to. You haven't heard this yet?
No.
You'll love this episode, man. They used to go there. They would buy one coffee, and then they would sit and play Magic the Gathering for like 6 hours
That's awesome.
and just stay there the whole time. The guy would lock up and then leave them in there, and he'd be like, I gotta go home and get some sleep. You guys just stay here. I gotta lock up.
Oh man, that's cool.
And come back. Anyway, it got to the point where they started bringing in outside food like Harvey's and stuff. So the guy changed his menu. He started selling spaghetti and meatballs, but like nobody would buy it. It was so funny.
So he would go home and cry, but like, I can't keep my business running. These kids just come in here. I try and help them out.
At one point, Miles was like, I love that it was open 24 hours. And then he's like, you know what? I don't think it was open 24 hours.
we just never left.
Yeah, so funny. I don't know what these next notes mean. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. But they talked about their Halloween costumes. They went as pylons one year, which is pretty interesting. And Catherine did a Lakitu, which I thought was really nice. Yeah. And then they talked about season 2 of Flock Talk and what's going to change. And that's when they talked about they're going to change up the. I think Musty Hobbit won the last draw. Oh, there's a spoiler? I spoiled. Anyway. Congrats, Musty.
Don't look at my notes, but
look at them.
I'm going to give you a reason to not listen to Flock Talk. I'm just going to tell you
Always
everything.
Always listen to Flock Talk. Maybe Musty won. Who knows? Anyway, let's move on. And that's Flock Talk. I can't believe you haven't mentioned Masters of Unlocking.
Oh, man, yeah.
Those guys are so smart. I love hearing them talk.
I clearly didn't take enough notes.
Dude, Caleb started a book club.
What else
and you have no notes about it.
What else do you got over there, Michael Crichton?
Speaking of Michael Crichton, Caleb has started a Cartridge Club book club.
Yeah. He started a video game club, but for readers.
That's funny. I never thought about it.
Yeah.
It's a book club.
It's a video game club, but for books.
But it's for video game books. It's very specific. My head, man, this is going really long.
It's fiction.
Yeah, well, not all of it.
Nonfiction. What's real?
It doesn't matter.
Nonfiction is real,
anything,
right?
I think.
It's nonfiction.
I think they're just voting on it.
It's nonfiction.
It's
it's nonfiction.
No, I don't think it always will be.
No, yeah.
I think this first book is.
Yeah, no, he said nonfiction.
Blood, Sweat, and Pixels, I think,
I'm not doing fiction, he said. He said, if you guys want to read your made-up children's stories, go somewhere else.
Yeah. Yeah, Fitnet just confirmed that. They talked a bit about this book called Phoenix 4, which fascinates me. This one guy's been doing the same book, but he keeps like doing iterations of it, like improving it and stuff. It's called Phoenix 4 now. Sounds really good. It's really expensive.
Yeah.
But it sounds awesome. And they talked a bit about how the Kinect is no longer being made. Did you know what happened to the guys that made the Kinect?
No.
Guess where they work now?
Runic?
Apple.
What?
That new Apple thing with the face recognition thing? That's Kinect. It's the same team. It's their technology.
Huh.
They bought them. Isn't that cool?
Oh, yeah.
Man, they know shit. Stuff. Swayze. That is some cool stuff. Scott knew that. He knows things. I don't know how he knows things. Anyway.
So does that mean that the iPhone X is going to fail?
No. No, they're going to use the technology properly, obviously.
It's mandatory. We have to have it for a month.
Yes, man. Yeah. Okay. That is all I have for podcasts.
All right.
I need a drink.
Okay. We have videos next.
Let's do videos.
I'm going to start with the Q Dogs.
Okay.
So I got a bunch of notes. I'm just going to read off the notes. Ready?
Go ahead. I only have a couple.
Portland Retro Gaming Expo Day 1 pickups.
Oh, okay.
Manuels.
I do have notes then.
Atari. I zoned out. I actually wrote that.
These are good notes.
Yeah, they started talking about they got some Atari games. I have zero interest in Atari, so I zoned out for that part.
Yep.
He got a Retron NES, which I thought was cool.
Say that again.
A Retron NES. It's like a Retron 5, but it's a 1. It's a Retron 1.
Oh.
Plays NES games.
Like the original?
Yeah. Yeah. He was hoping it did Famicom. I don't believe it does.
I didn't know that existed.
He got a bunch of Ys games.
I bet it does Famicom.
Talked about some Ys games.
Oh, which ones?
Can't remember.
Oh, man, these notes.
I don't write paragraphs over there.
All right, carry on.
And Rice. Armed Aftermath is an unreleased Saturn game he picked up from the guy that does those Saturn reproductions.
What's it called?
Armed Aftermath.
So is that Armed Aftermath?
I don't have a colon in my notes, but it could be.
All right. That's a fascinating name. All right.
But I think it's cool that unreleased games are still being released. I know PC Wizard is doing a bunch of that. Like he's trying to get games that were previously unreleased
PC
released.
Wizard is like the Dreamcast guru, man.
Yeah.
He's blowing up.
He's Dreamcastic.
I love it.
Gradius for the Super Nintendo. I wrote that down. I'm not sure why. Genesis Love. My notes are terrible.
You're doing great. Eric confirms no colon.
And it was a quantity of quality. His pickups for BRGE Day 1.
Yes.
There was a lot of pickups.
I have not seen the pickup videos. I've seen all of his BRGE videos, but I did not see the pickup videos themselves.
So then I have notes for their pickup video for October.
Wouldn't that include all of them?
No, it didn't.
So everything but PRGE.
I assume so.
Okay, carry on.
So this one, notes are almost as good. Amiibo, I wrote. Apparently,
These notes are terrible.
They have bought an Amiibo every month since.
Making fun of my
forever.
notes. At least it makes sense. Some of them.
Yeah, okay. Fire Emblem Warriors. He got the super nice collector's edition with all the cards.
My God, I forgot to mention that about. I don't know. Some of my Master of Unlocking notes are gone.
Check chapter 3.
Shut. Because Scott talked about this same collector's edition. He orders multiple items. Listen.
Yeah.
He orders multiple of the same item so that he knows it will come in a box rather than a bubble mailer, so it won't get ruined in the mail.
Huh.
Yeah, he orders 3 or whatever the maximum he can, so he knows it'll come in a box.
That's crazy.
But he got screwed in this because they set them all separate.
Yeah.
Anyway, I thought that was fascinating. That's like a whole new level.
This was Nintendo pickup month for the Q Dogs, October.
Okay.
So here's my question. This is my question. This is the note that matters. This one's an actual complete sentence.
Oh wow, a real note. Let's hear it.
And Eric can actually answer right now. He's in chat.
Yes, you can.
I haven't seen PRGE Day 2 yet. I will see it, I promise. How many games has Eric pre-ordered since we had the pre-order discussion when Eric said pre-orders are bad? Because
Eric doesn't pre-order.
Yep.
No.
He pre-ordered Fire Emblem Warriors. I think it was a week before it came out. He mentioned in the show that by pre-ordering it that late in the game, it wasn't going to affect the game's production or value itself. But I feel like he's pre-ordered a lot of stuff lately.
I don't think so.
I bet you he's got a spreadsheet.
I'm waiting to see. I should just stop sitting here.
Anyway, that was it was I enjoyed it because it was a bunch of Nintendo stuff. So I was like, hey, look at that, and it made me think about getting that Fire Emblem Warriors collector's edition.
Okay. What, do you want it?
Yeah. Well, I want Fire Emblem Warriors.
Why?
I liked Hyrule Warriors.
Then
I put
that
like
makes sense.
70 hours into that.
Okay. I'm
and I
happy to
like
hear
the
that.
Fire Emblem series, and I specifically like the
I
characters.
forgot
that are
how
in
much
it.
you liked Fire Emblem. See, I don't like Fire Emblem, so it's like,
Right.
that's not for
Because it's
me.
like a horror movie for you, right?
No.
I don't like horror movies.
The only horror is having to sit through those battles. Oh, I'm gonna get some hate. All right. Do you have any Q Dog House notes? I have a couple. Actually, I have several. We didn't get a chance to talk about the retro nonsense impression.
Oh shit! Yeah. So for Halloween last year they did STC Pod. For Halloween this year they did retro nonsense.
So good.
Eric grew a beard.
That was a real beard?
Talk about dedication to his
I'm
craft.
so impressed.
This man grew a beard.
I loved it.
Great.
Very good impression.
Oh, so funny.
I can't even
They even
describe
got
it.
their kids to do some of the same mannerisms
Yeah,
that the
yeah.
retro nonsense kids do.
And the editing with the zooming in on
Oh
everything.
man,
So good.
It could have been done by Duke. Like it was
it
so
felt
good.
that way. It felt that way, yeah. It was a real beard, Eric confirms.
I really do love. It was such a good episode. I can't wait for next year's Halloween.
Yeah, me too, actually.
Yeah.
Eric also talks about he didn't get any Kit Kats this year. No Kit Kats because they didn't give out treats. They went to somebody else's. No Kit Kats. My heart shattered a little bit for him. I hope he got 50% off candy the next day.
It's the second best day of the year.
Yeah,
day after Halloween,
it's adult Halloween where you go store to store
That's
trick or
right.
treating. Yeah.
as opposed to other adult Halloweens which happen downtown.
That's
Fancy
different.
costumes.
That's different. And he talked a bit about Final Fantasy V, which of course he's still playing and will have beat very shortly.
I have no doubt.
Yeah.
That I will not have to buy you a PlayStation Classic.
It's coming.
No.
Okay, and that is all I have for Q Dogs. Check them out as always.
I got Pam's Top 100. A lot of RPGs in the episode that I watched. I can't remember what the numbers were.
Okay.
But
Wait, was this the Last of Us one?
No.
Okay.
Baldur's Gate 2 was in it. And it made me realize I miss CRPGs. I don't game at my Mac.
Play Divinity.
I have it on my Xbox, and it doesn't feel the same with a controller as it does with a mouse playing that kind of game. And I can't bring myself to sit down here and play on my Mac. I feel like my Mac isn't.
I know, I'm the same way. I can't play on my computer anymore.
Like I know that you can play those games on there, but it's probably the mouse.
Yeah. I don't know what it is about it. Playing on my computer now. Anyway, carry on.
The only other video note I have is I watched a bunch of Caleb videos, but I have the only other note I have is Second Breakfast. Caleb had some good ones talking about making games and if you're
I watched the
cheating
Caleb video too.
and our
and I don't
Pokemon Go players. I can't remember.
Yeah, I thought I had notes. Anyway,
My notes aren't very good even when I take them.
Jared's video, he released the big one.
The PlayStation Portable.
PSP 2.
Not portable.
Right, yeah. The consoleized PSP, it's out there. It's huge. It blew up. On Twitter, it had over 500 and something likes. Like, it was huge. And he started his own Patreon. So he's trying to fund season 2.
Yep.
So get on over there. If you enjoy awesome consoles, modded consoles, check out Jared. At Retro Faith Games is his gaming.
And send him some love this week. He's having a hard time.
Yeah. Pick him up. He's a great guy. Check him out. Check out Jared at Retro Revolutions on YouTube as well. And Musty.
Yeah, Second Breakfast. So my notes are holy shit camera.
Oh, that's the newest one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're going to talk about like 8 different... You're going to talk like... You're going to Second Breakfast back to
Technically, I'm not supposed to talk about this one until next week.
We are talking about this week's Second Breakfast.
I have 3 Second Breakfasts to talk about.
Then
So should you.
You talk about them now.
You want me to end on that one then?
Yeah. I want to end on that one.
Okay. So the first one from 3 weeks ago, he had first of all, he has this Final Fantasy VIII thing in the background with Squall on it.
Yeah.
And it's like Musty in a video game, so I thought that was pretty cool. He had new lighting then, which I liked.
Yep.
And it's nothing compared to what it is now.
Yep.
He talked about Ninja Gaiden Black, which he called was going to be one of the back, which is pretty cool. What do we got here? I have exclusive question marks. See, this was 3 weeks ago. My notes should be better. Cheap. Oh, so he was talking about the backwards compatibility. I see what's going on here now. Backwards compatibility for Xbox One, getting the original Xbox. And those titles are all selling for $10 digital.
Yeah.
I thought they were $5 for some reason. I thought somebody said, but...
I mean, I might have said that. I said a bunch of stuff wrong about that whole event.
Okay, that must have been it. You do still need the disc. Yeah, he confirms. Oh my God, he showed the graphics from Crimson Skies playing. It looks so good. It looks amazing. He talked about how they have no online multiplayer, which sucks, but like he said, it makes sense. I understand. He then talked about, in the next episode, about, which you also have to discuss now, Xbox One X. I keep forgetting what to call that thing.
Yeah.
Xbox One X poor marketing.
Yeah.
And whether it didn't sell.
Right.
So
what do you think?
I agree with them. I don't see what they've been pushing to sell it. I just don't see it. The One S seems to solve everybody's problems.
Right. It's the same as the PlayStation 4 Pro. There's not a ton of advertisement for that. Yeah. These are niche items that belong to a small portion of the gaming market.
He's right. Now, do you think this is going to sell as good as the PS4 Pro?
I think it will sell as well as the PS4 Pro is sold.
Oh, that's a bit. You want to bet?
Okay.
How long are we going to bet?
I don't know. Well, till...
Okay, so today is the 1 year anniversary for PS4 Pro.
Right. So
you want to do a 1 year from now and then compare the numbers?
Sure. So
we'll look up today what the PS4 Pro is sold.
Yeah. So you mean we're going to ask Derek to look up today what the PS4 Pro is?
We're going to get Derek to look it up.
Okay. And then
what are we betting?
Let's bet a PS4 Pro or an Xbox One X.
What are you, crazy?
What?
Fine. All right. You buy me a PS4 Pro then. That'd be great.
Really? We're going to do this?
No, you know what? I need One X. So give me One X.
All right. So I will bet you an Xbox One X because I need one too. I have a Pro.
Okay.
That the Xbox One X sells as many units in its first year as the PS4 Pro sold in its first year.
You're on, dude.
Okay.
You're not going to win this. Oh, man, that's a big one. All right. Okay, and then his newest one. Well, first of all, do you think that they undersold it?
I don't know who
like,
it's
how do you
for.
market it? How do you market it? That's his point.
You can't show 4K gaming to anybody who doesn't have a 4K
That's
TV.
His point. Yeah. Like, what do you do? And he said that it was only like a handful of Best Buys to demo, so people couldn't see.
And you don't have all of the games updated already.
Right.
You can't market. But the PS4 Pro had the same issues. I have a Pro now, and I couldn't tell
you.
you.
PS4 Pro sold like hotcakes. It's not a problem for them.
I think the Xbox One X sold pretty well, too.
Well, we're about to find out.
We will find out in a year.
Okay.
I can't wait for that price cut.
There won't be one. And then he talked about 5 exclusives for Xbox One X. What do you think of the exclusives?
I love them. So we're talking about this week's show now?
Yes.
Okay, so I can be excited again?
Well, you should have talked about last week's too.
Yeah, last week's was good. We just talked about it. I just won an Xbox One X.
No, you did not.
All right.
There's no way in hell, man. The PS4.
You better start saving now, son. P2 can't make it to Chicago. because he's gonna have to buy me an Xbox One X.
Yeah, you're right. This will determine which one of us goes.
Yeah,
hopefully both. All right, carry on.
So I want to start by saying, holy shit, camera.
Man, it looks good.
So
what did he do? What's different? Oh, get it
So
out.
he's using a DSLR now, and he's got a longer lens on it, so he's got a backfire, which means his light can get closer to him. But it looks. I watched it.
You
I
know
was
what's
like,
funny? What you're saying right now is what they need to do to sell the Xbox One X. Musty has figured it out. Anyway.
yeah. So Second Breakfast Xbox One X episode. That's your Xbox One S. Watch this week's Second Breakfast. That's your Xbox One X.
I love it. Yeah.
That's what you have to do.
You would have to do
Just
that.
dumb down some S footage.
Right.
And then show the X footage that looks way better.
Yep. You got to trick them.
Boom.
You got to trick them.
You got to fool the people. They're dumb anyway. They won't know.
Yeah.
If it worked on us.
We don't know.
Anyway, Musty's kid. I turned it on. I didn't know if I was watching Musty Hubbard or if I was watching a new show on Easy Allies or IGN. The framing, the lighting, the setup. This was gorgeous.
Yeah.
The audio was fucking crystal clear.
Yeah.
I am swearing wide open. That's how excited I was about this. And the topic was spot on. Musty's cutting in gameplay footage.
I like his new format.
And I love the games he picked. One, I don't want to spoil the show. I want people to go watch this show.
I'm going to
But
talk about two
one
of them.
games. All right. Well, you talk about your two, and if it's one of the ones I want to talk about,
I'm talking about Ori and
Yeah.
Recore.
Okay, I want to talk about another one.
Go ahead.
Nobody will watch it.
There's 5. We're not going to talk about all 5.
So Rise Son of Rome's on his list.
It did look good.
Rise and Order 1886 are games that you need to play for these systems because they're smaller built games, but they're designed to take advantage of the system's power of the hardware.
Yeah.
They look
They're
gorgeous.
both launch, I think, aren't they?
They're linear. That's
CCAnswers
okay.
launch?
They have fun combat. They have fun stories. They're a short time. You need to play these games. But Rise, I'm so glad Rise made his list because it's a game that's easily overlooked. Musty fucking nailed it. This was the best Second Breakfast I've ever seen.
Whoa.
Ever.
The best second?
The best Second Breakfast
Damn,
I've ever seen.
Those are big words.
It was incredible. If next week's isn't as good, I'm out. I'm going to mute him. I'm going to unfollow him. I don't want to talk to him anymore. He's going to hold that standard now. He's giving me this.
Oh my God, hold on. You're right. It has to be the best because I now want an Xbox One X, and it's because of that video.
Yeah, we just bet $700 because it's 690 Canadian
Thanks a
dollars
lot,
for an
Musty.
Xbox One X.
Thanks a lot.
Because Musty went, hey, here's what a video could look like now, but if you get an Xbox One X, it could look like
You
this.
could look like me.
It was a mega Second Breakfast. You could look, yeah, exactly. You could become attracted to the opposite sex.
Yeah.
And some of the same sex.
Yeah.
If you get an Xbox One X.
I think I could smell him. It was that clear.
It was incredible.
It was amazing. And that is all I have for videos.
Yeah, me too.
I'm sure there's been
Oh,
blogs
no,
too.
SPC Pod.
I haven't seen any pod pickup.
They did a pickup video. Joe
Maybe I did see it. I
just
don't know.
keeps buying stuff.
What is it?
But I just bought a bunch of games. But
You got any notes?
But Bill bought a Tilly hat. And
Oh, what's that?
it's a hat, like a Tilly hat. But he
More
gave
descriptive.
he gave a tip I hadn't heard before to sterilize a hat. You put it in the freezer twice for I think it was like 8 hours. He said
Twice?
I didn't know. Yeah, I assume it kills anything that's living in there if somebody owned it.
Why not once? I'm confused.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
I trust Bill. I just don't know. I want to know.
Bill
the
tells me
science.
to put it in the freezer twice. I put it in the freezer twice.
I would too.
If
I
he
just
tells me
wanna
to
know
ball
why.
it up and put it in my ass, I'm going to ball it up and put it in my ass. Like I trust Bill.
Does that not sterilize it?
I don't know.
What's a Tilly hat?
It's a Tilly hat. It's a Canadian brand name.
Stop saying that name. Oh, Tilly's a brand?
Yeah.
Oh.
You can describe a thing by using. You can describe something by using its name in the description, right?
So is it a
like
ball
when you say,
cap?
I don't know what ubiquitous means. I can say, oh, it's ubiquitous. I don't have to say it means that
No.
it's everywhere and
That's
it's
not-
abundant. I can tell you that it just means ubiquitous.
So is it a ball cap?
No, it's like a bushwhacking hat.
God damn it. I mean, Patrick Swayze. All right. Let's go. That's blogs. Do you have any blogs? I know. Oh, wait. Dean did do a blog.
It's a game. Dream.
Oh,
Nope.
my God. I'm so sorry, Dean. Dean always does awesome blogs. Always go on cartridgeclub.org and read Dean's blog.
I was in a coma for 3 days last week.
What was the game he did?
I was so sick.
Oh, he did Mario Odyssey. He did Mario Odyssey.
But he did an older one too.
I don't care. Mario Odyssey.
See if I got the answers up next for the next
Dude,
segment.
people
I'm gonna
have
my ass
beat
up.
Mario Odyssey. That blows my mind.
Yeah. They haven't completed it.
I've
though.
only seen one person with,
Isn't there like 1,073 stars?
you know, people have been
Moons?
spoiling so much about
Shines?
Mario Odyssey. I shouldn't know how many moons there are, but I know. It kills me.
You could talk about episode 7 of Stranger Things, but you don't want to know how many moons
I would never
there are?
talk about episode 7 of Stranger Things.
You just try to talk about it.
Name one thing I talked about in that episode.
That it exists.
What?
Even telling me that there's an episode 7 is a spoiler. That's a quote from you from one of our
That
episodes.
is actually true, but Netflix ruins it because it shows.
Discworld was the other one.
Thank you, sir. Okay. So
Yeah, so
What were
you
we
can't
gonna say?
sterilize something in the freezer. I don't know why you put it in the freezer. Anyway, he told us to put it in the freezer. It's a good point.
I trust him. I don't care.
That's where I asked my doctor before any surgery, have those tools all been in the, have they all been in the freezer?
Yeah, the more I think about it, they never use cold in the ORs. It's like really hot.
It might be for lice.
Could be for lice. Yeah. Now, would that actually kill them or just like made them hibernate?
Forces them to go out and buy jackets, and while they're gone, you can put the hat on.
Gotcha. You take it right out real quick before they get back. Got it. All right. All
right.
That's it. Are we
That's
done?
it for update.
Go on to answers.
Oh boy, this is crazy.
I hope everybody feels updated because I'm beat.
Motor Red Bull. We got to move to answers. We still have one more big announcement.
I can't believe the time.
This is crazy.
What's the big announcement?
We're gonna get to it
in the answers, right?
in the answers.
All right.
So
Big
first up,
announcement coming.
if you want to have your question answered on the show, you can do so by going on Twitter and asking us anything at all.
Anytime.
Not anything at all. We're super selective. You can ask us a question.
Not super.
And use the hashtag CCAnswers.
Yeah. Hashtag CCAnswers. You can ask it whenever you want, and we'll get to it on the next weekly.
Try it.
Which is usually weekly.
Yeah.
We've only missed one.
Yeah, fortnightly.
No.
So we are now going to talk about Dean Lasagna at round_2_gaming. He asks, are there any particular announcements or updates from the Paris Games Week that got you excited?
Excited is a strong word. Although I am excited for VR again. They at E3 they weren't talking about VR pretty much at all. This one was a lot of VR. It did get me excited for VR again. So yes, VR. Moss is the game I want to play the most though. I don't know if I would need it to be in VR, but I want everything to be in VR, so it doesn't even matter.
You don't even own a VR
I
headset.
want it on my face just because I don't have it.
Maybe you should have picked a PS4 Pro so you could have a VR headset
Wait,
for our bet.
can I switch that? No,
you
I need
need
an
the
Xbox One X. I gotta beat Recore. I gotta beat Ori.
When
I gotta beat
when I
Lucky's
win
Tale.
and you buy me
I
an
gotta beat
Xbox One
Cuphead.
X, I'll give you my S, and then we're both winners.
You know
so
what?
you can spend $700.
You know what?
for
I
an
will
S.
take an S if I win.
All right. Oh, okay.
I don't mind.
For me, goats of sushi.
Goats of Sushi. Yeah, man. I forgot all about it. Ghost of Tsushima. I think we lost Frantic. He does say Goats of Sushi. Anyway, yeah. Okay. That's my answer too.
Next question from the VG Collectaholic at VG Collectaholic. Now, this is a good one. Have either of you ever been sucked into an MMO, i.e., WoW, EverQuest, FF Online? So, yes, all three.
All three,
etc. So, let's talk about this. This is a big one. Online video gaming addiction is a thing. So, we started out playing EverQuest together.
Yep.
The
Biscuit.
Two of us and another friend of ours, and there was a girl in Florida who used to play with us regularly. Chantia, I think, was her character's name. I can't remember her real name.
I can't remember anyway.
If you're listening, thanks for saving my life that time. I passed out in the bottom of the lake. So we played that together. We loved it a lot.
Yep.
After EverQuest, I went into EverQuest 2 and then World of Warcraft.
I went from EverQuest to Final Fantasy 11.
Right.
Which consumed me, and then I went to Worldcraft because I heard it was a lot easier, and it was.
Yeah. So I played EverQuest casually.
I didn't go because it was easier. I just heard that it was easier.
Yeah.
And then I happened to go. I didn't go because it was easier.
Oh, yeah.
I respected the challenge of Final Fantasy
needed
11.
an easier game.
No! I respected the challenge. Moving on.
Nobody here is judging you. So anyway, I started playing Warcraft.
I'm judging me.
And World of Warcraft, I found to be super, super addictive.
Oh yeah, it was.
I had over
It is.
I had over 200 days played on one of my characters, and I had 4 characters at max level.
That's crazy. I hear you, dude.
That's days played. And
mine was all vanilla too.
And I quit. Now this might seem like a lot, but I quit. I had started playing a couple of months before Burning Crusade came out. And then I played up until the last week before Arthas was released in Ice Crown. Yeah. And I quit then. I lost a job because of Warcraft because I just kept playing.
What job? Which one?
At Teletech.
Oh, that's the one?
Yeah. No, sorry. I lost that job because my boss hated me.
I was going to say, I remember
I lost
that
the
part.
job at Rogers Video. I just stopped going to work. At one point,
that shut them down, man. They closed up.
I stayed up for over a 24-hour period playing. And my computer actually died as I was playing.
Oof.
And I was so addicted that I went down and took my roommate's computer and started playing on his and didn't go to bed.
Oh my God. That is addicted.
It was crazy. So I quit.
You know what? I don't feel like I was that addicted then.
I quit before boot camp.
Good.
And that was in Burning Crusade at the time.
Yeah.
I quit Warcraft, went to boot camp, and I was done. I was never going to play it again.
Yeah.
I came home, and when I got home, my buddy Nick, who is the friend the reason I got an Xbox. Yep. Said, why don't you come back and play casually? We're playing casually. And I said, okay, I can do that.
Yeah.
And I couldn't. And then, like, while in the military, I started playing, and it started to get bad again.
I remember.
And I had to quit.
Yeah, you were
Actually,
real into it. You were good at it, though.
I was good. Yeah, I was the top rated tank on our server. I was in our rating guild was ranked in the top 80 in the world. We had a few world first kills.
Yeah. Yeah, it was awesome.
But what are you gonna put that on a resume?
Wow, you
gonna go to the?
You know where you would put that? On your legacy app.
Yeah. Anyway, so yes, super addicted to Warcraft. No longer capable. So I'm anxious and excited for Anthem because I think it could.
No, Anthem will not get you like that.
You don't think?
No.
Okay. I'm convinced.
All right, what's next?
Next up, Diego, a Latino lawyer. You're not going to talk about how addicted to Warcraft you were?
Nah, I wasn't enough to have a story like that. Let's just move on.
So Diego asks, if P1 and P2 were a video game controller, which would they be? I gave this a lot of thought.
I didn't.
I would be the original Xbox Duke controller.
Why?
I'm big, I'm a little unwieldy, but there are people who really enjoy me.
Oh my gosh.
For the most part, you want something better.
Fair enough. I'll go with the N64 controller.
The Satan's Trident?
I was gonna make a funny joke.
Why?
I'll just say because I'm awkward. I'm a little awkward, you know. People who like me a lot, but some people do not like using that at all because he's real awkward.
All right.
And I was gonna make another joke, but I'm not going to. Yeah, I like the N64 controller. It gets a lot of hate. People say that the classic N64 Classic would fail because of that controller, but I like it.
Yeah.
Just because it's weird and quirky. Leave it alone.
It's all right, man.
Just because it likes the occasional quirky love story. Like,
It's a deviant love story.
what's wrong with that? It will cause you no harm. It will never shame you. Just leave it alone. It's a good controller.
All right. Who's shaming the N64 controller?
It's a good controller.
Oh, because I called it Satan's Trident.
Let's move on. Don't call it Satan's Trident.
Michael B., the Game Genie, asks, do you feel like using save states on the SNES Classic is cheating since it's a built-in game feature now? So,
Cheating is fun.
P2.
It's okay to cheat. Like, who cares? Just cheat. Go ahead. It's fun.
I don't think it's cheating. I also think we play games to have fun, and you play however you have fun.
Yeah, you play to have fun. If cheating is fun for you, then do it. Who cares? I think cheating is fun after I've already beaten a game too. It's fun. I don't shame you. I don't care. Do whatever you want. Okay, it's so hard for me to answer these questions now because I don't want people to take me seriously.
Next up,
it's definitely cheating.
Rocket Sauce. It's Rocket Sauce asks, would you rather spend 5 to 6 hours mastering a really hard game that takes 15 minutes to beat, or play a really easy game that takes 100 hours?
Oh, say that again.
Would you rather spend 5 to 6 hours mastering a really hard game that takes 15 minutes to beat, or play a really easy game that takes 100 hours?
Oh my gosh, I'd have to say both. Like, I don't even know how to decide that. I like both those types of games.
It just depends on your mood at the time.
Yeah, definitely. I love mastering a really hard game, and I love getting through a good story too.
I don't like to be frustrated.
So you wouldn't do the other one?
What you find hard, I might not find hard.
That's also true.
You know what I mean? And what I find hard, you might not find hard.
Yep, makes sense.
It depends on your, a game that I find, I would enjoy mastering a game that I consider to be difficult.
Mm-hmm.
I would not enjoy trying to master a game that I feel to be needlessly tough.
Finn made a good point. He said it's basically Star Tropics versus Skyrim.
Yeah. Yeah. I like both. Well, I don't like Skyrim, but that's because it's Skyrim. It's Star Tropics versus Uncharted.
No, Uncharted doesn't take 100 hours to beat.
Well, it takes more, but it's easy.
Is it? I don't
Yeah, you
played
just
Uncharted.
you
I
walk
gotta
into the
play
room,
Uncharted.
you kill all the natives, you move to the next room, you kill all the natives, you move to the next room. Have you not played the first Uncharted?
No.
He goes to an island, he kills all the indigenous people.
Oh my goodness. I
That's
will
what
have
he
to
does.
check that out.
Nathan Drake is not he's not a hero.
I just want a quick announcement.
It's not like Harrison Ford fighting Nazis.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Just people living their lives and.
He's just shooting Maori right in the face.
Oh my goodness. Adam from Replayability is really good at video games.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
I just wanted to say that.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's next?
Next up, the Polykill intern asks, seriously, where do you guys keep the toilet paper around here? What are these handcuffs for? Get me a Slippery on your way home.
Yeah.
Well, you know where we keep the toilet paper now. We talked about that earlier.
Somehow that came up.
Yeah. The handcuffs, you found out what those are for. Good luck getting home.
We will not be mentioning
And
that.
the Slippery was delicious.
Oh my gosh.
Kale at Hal11K says,
Hey, Kale.
what game would you like to see made into a live-action movie?
Man, I always go to Metroid for
Yeah,
this.
that's what I was going to say, too.
But I know there's another answer. Click on the answers for me.
Fire Emblem Awakening.
Hey, yeah,
any Fire Emblem.
Can you just click on that? The responses?
There's none.
I could have swore somebody said something.
Nope.
And I was like, yeah,
any Fire Emblem game. That's what I'm going to say. I like the swords and sorcery, the fantasy setting.
Yeah.
I would watch a Fire Emblem game.
I wouldn't mind seeing a Mass Effect movie.
I don't want Peter Jackson to make it because I don't want Legolas to show up in Fire Emblem Awakening.
Okay.
He puts him in everything.
He puts them in 2 different series.
Rocket Sauce says Castlevania versus Breath of the Wild. That's another one. I liked them both equally.
Hey, that's a good comparison. That's a great comparison. Oh my gosh, I would have to choose from those. That is tough. I like both those challenges. That's tough. Yeah, I know I had another answer. I'll go with Mass Effect now, though. That's all I can think about.
That'd be great.
I would love to see a Mass Effect movie.
You're essentially playing the movie.
Yeah, you are.
D. Lasagna asks, what are some of your favorite feel-good YouTube videos that you go back and watch on a regular basis? Mine is the one that instigated this question. It's a Q-Dog in the Q-Dog house from September 27th, 2015. Is
that the first?
No, it's one of the. It's like number 5 or 6.
Okay.
But it's them. It starts off with them doing the pose.
Oh,
with
yes.
the zappers. And then Eric says, "Oh, that's what the gun. That's the
smell
zapper
like.
smell like."
Yeah, that is good. I like any of the Duke videos, the Cartridge Club Duke videos.
Yep.
Pretty much any of the Duke videos, really. But
yeah, the CC Unite one's a good one.
another one is Rambox's original videos. I love going back and watching.
And his like when he does the voice.
Yeah. No, not even just. He had this N64 controller glove commercial. Loved it. So good. Anyway.
Curtis Friesel says, tell people to vote for which pinball game they want to play in January.
Oh.
Vote, people!
Vote for which? That's probably over now, is it? Because this is probably
a week
from
ago,
last week's. Yeah. But
Mrs. Q-Dog says, tell them to vote for Metroid Prime Pinball.
Definitely vote for Metroid Prime
Pinball.
Vote, people! You definitely should vote for that. And it should be their next mobile game.
Dean Lasagna asks, esports are well on their way to legitimacy. The latest BlizzCon was no exception.
Yep.
Where will they be in the next 5 to 10 years? I think esports are going to be massive. They had a stadium full of people watching Overwatch.
Holy crap.
I do think that
but that's because it's
5
BlizzCon.
to 10 years from now, I think we'll be watching esports on TV like we watch regulars. I think they will be as popular.
Don't they?
They'll be as popular as every other major sport with the exception of maybe football and soccer.
I disagree entirely. I don't think it'll ever get bigger than what it is right now.
Really?
Yep.
Why?
I don't see where
it's becoming more accepted, more socially accepted.
It's fine if it's socially accepted. I don't know if we're going to get. It's not varied enough. I think it's mastering a game. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. And yes.
Next up, we got 3 more questions.
Okay.
Eric, Mighty Q-Dog says, is buying retro games online cheating? What are the rules for legitimate retro game purchases? I think if you have paid money for it, you have legitimately purchased it.
Yeah. Yeah.
No matter how.
It's cool to have a local hunt. We could never do it because we have no games around us.
Yeah.
But if you did restrict yourself to local, that could be cool. I like restrictions.
I don't like no.
It's definitely not cheating. I mean,
it's not.
You tell yourself if it's cheating, I guess.
Yeah. No, I want it to be as painless as possible.
Yeah, I buy games online. I have to buy games.
Yeah.
We have nothing around here.
Yeah. If you're getting games online and you're not paying money for it, I would say you have not legitimately bought the game.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that's theft.
Yeah. What if you buy a game and it has a repro label on it, but you never know that it was a repro label?
It depends if they buy it from you.
No, I would never do that.
And the VG Collectaholic says, what is your favorite movie-inspired game and your favorite game-inspired movie? My favorite game-inspired movie is the Resident Evil series. I know they're not straight retellings, but they're a guilty pleasure of mine. I really enjoy the Resident Evil series.
Say it again. What was the question?
What is your favorite movie-inspired game and game-inspired movie?
Movie-inspired game and game is okay. I see. Movie-inspired game. Go with
movie-inspired game. I don't even know. GoldenEye.
Oh hell yeah!
There we go.
That's a great option. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what was the opposite?
Game-inspired movie. So like Doom, Prince of Persia, Resident Evil, E.T.
Probably go with Mortal Kombat, I guess.
Okay. Street Fighter. Yeah. Mortal Kombat's a good one.
Oh, no, wait. Does Advent Children or Kingsglaive count?
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, I'll just go with them.
All right. And the last question of the night is from Rocket Sauce.
I'm so tired.
And Rocket Sauce says, when is the next Sega Top 50 video coming?
Never.
That is going live right now.
Wow, it's out. It's live?
Done. So the next Sega Top 50
Wow, so in 30 seconds, they're going to hear this, and it's live.
is live right now.
Let's see the reactions.
Yeah.
Oh, and we know you were joking about that question, Eric.
Yeah. So that's it.
Are
That's
we
the
waiting
show.
for the response? Okay.
Oh, we're going to wait for the response.
So what do you think about repro labels?
Yeah. Thank you so much for tuning in. Sorry about missing
believe it.
last week. This has been a 2-hour and 60 long episode. They will not normally be this length. We shoot for an hour 15 at most.
We missed our first week ever last week.
This has been, we went 66 straight weeks without missing a show. That was the first one we missed.
Yep.
This
That's
has been
the first
a
thing
good
that's
time.
ever gone wrong.
This is the mega weekly episode. It is over. Thank you so much for coming out. We had a ton of people in the chat. Loved it. If you are listening to this on iTunes, Stitcher, or Google Play, please head over to www.cartridgeclub.org, where you can check out this and other great podcast videos and blogs from our community. If you're already a member of the Cartridge Club, you can head to www.patreon.com, where you can donate as much or as little as you like, and every cent donated goes to improving the club. I am Player 1.
I am Player 2.
CC Unite. I thought we were doing it together.
Oh. You want to do it again?
Yeah. So I'm Player 1.
I'm Player 2.
CC
Unite.